I need that sports encyclopedia. US Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Snow's the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
he's. Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB Show.
What up, what up, what up? We are hitting the building. It is Work Boot Wednesday, so tap in, type in. We're going to strap up your hard hats and your work boots and make sure you head on over to BetUS TV, which is something new we're going to dive into and to let you break that. We're going to break that down for you here soon. So pay attention to our new sponsor, which is still BetUS, but it's just a little different format now, because of the rules that are changing on YouTube before our very eyes. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. So we'll dive into that in a few minutes. But it's Work Boot Wednesday, so strap in. Let's dive into a loaded lineup. We got the great knower of all sports, Jay Mariotti, on today joining us. Plus, we're going to ask him about his what he had to do with Around the Horn, which has just recently been dropped on ESPN. We're going to ask him about that. Plus, Jamel Hill's take about Jay Mariotti. Plus, we got real Shaun King joining us, Super Bowl champ. So we got lots to dive into. So pound that like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one. But let's dive into it right out the gate. The JFK files, did anybody read them? Has everyone gone through the 75,000 pages? People, stop. You embarrass me. Stop. So you're telling me you sit around with your phones waiting for the JFK files? Have you guys waited for 60 fucking years for the JFK files? Between the JFK files and the Epstein files, you people truly amaze me. And it's not about the files themselves, but the fucking idiots sitting on their phones waiting to see them. Go get a job. Go get some pussy. You actually think you're getting real information after 60 years that hasn't been removed or redacted by now? You truly think the government wants us people, the people, to see anything? You don't even want us to know where our tax dollars go, people. Wake up. You people truly amaze me, though, man, thinking that you're going to get these so-called files. And what truly amazes me even more is the fact that you guys are out here burning Tesla's cars, burning them, starting them on fire. You're keying Teslas. Cars that belong to people that you have no idea who those people are, but you're keying them. and you're mad at a guy for finding out where our money has gone, yet you aren't burning up the Pentagon or the Fauci files or the vaccines that have literally killed our loved ones who got us fired for not adhering to a fake virus, and you're mad at Elon? People, the cars are covered by insurance, you fucking idiots. And people, please understand something. You're not affecting Elon's pockets. You're fattening them. You're making Elon richer, you dumb fucking liberals. Whoever has time to go key a Tesla that belongs to a normal person or burn their car are absolute bottom feeders, and you need to be placed in fucking Guantanamo. You're a joke and an absolute Karen bitch. But what do I know? What I do know is we're going to dive right into my main man, my Far East Sider, Naptown legend, 317, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, Caitlin Clark jocking, Juju hating, our main man, Big Smitty. Welcome, me.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all, man? What's going on, man? We locked and loaded. We feeling good. I'm feeling great. You feeling great. What's today? Wednesday? Middle of the week? Man, this week is going by fast, man. Work boot Wednesday, man. Hump day.
Slow to me.
It wouldn't be us, homie. It wouldn't be us, JB, Jason, without people like Andrew Nance, Ill Bill, Jared, Jazzy Jazz from the A, Big Jim Slide A, Boston Rich A, Briggs, Mark Rideout, Danny Sanchez, Jonathan Kidd, and of course, Carl Edwards and B Nickel, man. It's about to be a loaded show. I'm happy. I'm turned up. We got Young Bailey in the background. It's going to be a hell of a show. We got a lot of guests today. Mariotti from Around the Horn. Used to watch that show growing up. You know what I'm saying? After school. We got Mr. King gonna come on. We got all type of guests gonna come on. So it's gonna be a good show.
Who else? You said all types.
I forgot the rest of the name, but me and you, shoot, we guess.
BPS always exaggerate. It doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. A cat be exaggerating how much mortgage he pay.
Yeah. Like everything is
we
like
actually want to pay less, but we'll tell everybody, shit, that's it. That's your rent. Shit. My motherfucking mortgage $5,700.
Bro, my shit dinner, $8,000 a month, man.
I don't want to pay that though.
Right, not at all.
I'll pay $400.
We brag about
my insurance.
We brag about having it rough. That's BPS.
Yeah.
Like we brag like it's a flex to have to go through struggle. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's like it's like growing up, we would make fun of the kid who had it good. You got mommy and daddy at home, man. You got some money. Get that big flat screen TV. Yeah. Oh man, you crazy as hell, man. You spoiled brat. You soft as hell. Like you soft if you got a good life or just a regular life.
Car?
You got a car, homie?
You got a car?
It's a funny video that years ago, me and TJ did on the old podcast I used to be on. I still post it like once a year because it's hilarious. But me and him are going back and forth, literally doing this. Like TJ's like, "Hold on, you had a light bill, homie?" I'm like, "Hold on, bro. You had gas? You had heat? I had to open up my oven door to warm my." Like we just going back and forth on who had it tougher. It's hilarious.
The heater on. I used to have to turn the heater on.
Right. See, I can open my oven up, and keep it on all day. Mm-hmm.
Nah, I turn the heater on. Like not my heater, my dryer.
Really? That worked.
Oh yeah, the dryer in like a little laundry. Like hopefully you don't have a laundry room that's like secluded.
Right. So it can open up to the rest of the
yeah.
But the oven, the oven's the easiest though, like 100%. Open the oven up, put on 350, 400, and get the whole house hot as hell.
Yeah, you die though. You could die though.
Yeah, it's worth it.
That's how the Hackmans died.
I don't know. More and more information is starting to come out, and I saw that there were some calls made the day after that the alleged wife had already passed away, and they're trying to figure out.
Really?
They're trying to figure out if it was her that made the calls or someone else who came in there and made the call. Or maybe the dog made the call. They're trying to figure it out right now.
Right. Like I said from the beginning.
Yeah.
You mean like, so it wasn't the monoxide or the gas that you said it was?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But what do I know?
I didn't say it was that. I said it could potentially be that, homie. That's all I was saying.
Yeah.
Potentially.
She making calls after she did.
After the projected date in which the cops or whoever I don't know the exact title, the people who go out there and figure out the date and time of when you die. But yes, it was a day after the projected date and time. You know what I'm saying? Or predicted date and time that they did it. So I don't know. We shall see. I feel like every week something comes out from that. This makes me more and more like hesitant to believe anything.
I know. You know what's crazy?
What?
Motherfuckers really sitting around waiting for the JFK files.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about it.
You think I'm gonna wait and look through thousands? That's all that's on the social media. JFK files, and they dropping shit like it's fucking like I'm gonna go through. One motherfucker dropped all the PDFs. There's like 1,240 PDFs, and I said, "You think I'm really gonna go through this shit 60 years later and expect to read all the fucking shit that's been covered up? Get the fuck out of it.
Homie, I'm paying thousands. I got rent to pay. I'm paying in there $5,000-$6,000 a month. I ain't might be reading all these files.
This shit is comedy. And I gotta ask a question. For all you guys out there, like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? That's the one problem and one question nobody has ever answered. What are you gonna do about it?
People just want to be mad, JB.
What are you going to do 6 years later? I knew it was CIA. I knew it was Israel. I knew that's why we're sinking ships in Iran. I knew it was Hamas. What the fuck? Now that the number one thing, they're circling Biden's name because his son, RFK, died in a car crash in like 9 or 98. And fucking 94, he said Biden was a traitor. So that's all I see on Twitter. And it's like, dog, all you politicians are traitors. Traitors to us, traitors to the American people. Shit, it's too late, man. You motherfuckers. But the cold part, the irony part is they mad at Elon, who I don't like. I've already said I'm not a fucking Elon fan. But these motherfuckers are mad at Elon and burning up your Tesla, Smitty, or my Tesla, even though I never will own one. But
I never own one either.
They'll key the motherfucker's car. I'm sure we know some people that have Teslas.
Yeah, it worked.
And they'll key your shit, burn your shit. Do you know you're making him more money, you fucking idiots? Do you know he's got insurance covered for all his cars? Like, god damn, homie. Like, these motherfuckers are so simple-minded. They think that that's affecting this motherfucker worth how many billions? 500 billion? 500 billion? He's almost a trillionaire, homie. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are unbelievable. And Smitty, can't wait for Epstein. Why can't you wait for the files, homie? What are you going to do about it?
Right. People just nosy and want to just know. Like, people get satisfaction off of, see, I knew it. Like, people love being right. So if you guess right about a name, it's going to make you excited about it.
The I can't wait shit is the same as we won a Super Bowl. We lost in the trade.
It's a little different, though. A little different, you know. Like, really. We've always had fans and fanatics of teams.
Can't wait.
I don't put that in the same. I don't put that in the same category.
No, it's the same shit though. I can't wait. It's the same shit, Smitty. Because I eat micro, I'm macro. Yeah. I can't wait. It's the same shit. Here's why. We lost in the trade. We lost in the offseason. We lost. Then I can't wait. The same thing. What's the bottom line? As if you're going to do something with it.
I get it.
You're going to help them out. Like, get the fuck out of it. You ain't doing nothing with the Epstein files.
At least fans, at least you can go to the game and cheer and boo. And you can have support. But yeah, with Epstein, there's literally nothing you can do. There's no impact. There's zero impact.
He alive. I think I saw him on the yacht one day.
Who?
Epstein. Hey, you know what's crazy part? They think that the motherfucker killed himself in jail, but
oh shoot, what?
But they've waited 60 years for the JFK files to find out that conspiracy. The irony is unbelievable. Like, they're straight up. Some people, he took his handcuffs behind his back, flipped him up and hung himself. But that's not a conspiracy at all, Smitty. But the 60-year CIA fucking thing is. Like, the irony, homie, is just unfucking believable, man. But anyway, I got to dive into the quote of the day, Smitty, brought to you by BetUS. Make sure you head on over to BetUS TV because that's going to be where everything is now. Apparently, Smitty, this is the first day of it. I'm reading up on it, but the betting sites are being kind of shut down on this platform that we are currently on. Everyone wants a piece of the pie, and apparently that's been kind of shoveled down everyone's throat. So now we got to change everything. Yeah, I sent you guys an email. You don't read anything about this show though, because you got your other show you're worried about filming for cats that don't even want to kick it with you after the game. But we're gonna dive into it. BetUS, head on over there today. Smitty, I pray that my enemies live so that they can see my success.
That's a cool little line right there. That's a cool little line. I got mixed feelings on that. On one side, I love it.
I don't want to hear
like, the childish side of me, I have that in me too. Like, you want to prove people wrong and show them who you are and show them that, like, the biggest flex is to prove to your enemy that you really are him or you really are her. But on the flip side too, on the opposite side, it's like I kind of hate it because it's like, why are you worried about your enemies? Why are you worried about your biggest haters? I'm gonna eat because I'm gonna eat for me. I'm gonna eat because of people who love me. Actually, I'm worried about people who love me more than people.
Let me read it again for you.
So it's kind of like a double-edged sword.
Where did it say I think about them at? I pray that my enemies live so that they can see my success.
That means they're on your mind then.
Not on my mind at all. I just said I pray that they live so they can see my success. I never said I'm waiting to see their failure.
No, you're a micro thinker right now, even in your quote. If you're saying that I pray that my enemies live so they can see my success, that means they're on your mind. They have real estate in your head, JB. You shouldn't even think like fuck your haters.
No, then I can't make a quote of the day then. So then you would fuck up the whole day then. I couldn't even have any one quote then ever. So because haters are my biggest fans, Smitty. So I don't know if you realize that. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over there today. DFS is College March Madness. We're going to talk about that here in a second. We got to have some brackets. We put them in our Discord, so become a member today. We got a tiered system for a bracketology you can get into. You can get some. Get you a little sweet little swag bag that we're going to give out. Smitty, contrary to belief, it's not the lie that bothers me. It's the insult to my intelligence that I find offensive. God, yeah, it's not better than the quote of the day, homie. You just hype up contrary to belief, homie.
Now that's heat. That's fire right there, homie.
The same shit, homie.
That's fire. Now say it one more time because the people in the back didn't hear it. Shaun Waffle didn't hear you all the way.
Say the quote one more time. Why did you say the quote of the day one more time?
It was wasting my time, wasting the chat's time. It just didn't make sense. And I don't want to put, now the more I think about it, I don't want to put out wrong information or information that's going to harm our fans. No, don't think about your haters when you balling and you having success. Think about you, yourself, people who love you, your real supporters. The haters shouldn't be on part of your mind, homie. That's a mature thought. JB still in his immature micro bag. That was 18-year-old JB who made that quote, not 49-year-old JB.
Contrary to belief, it's not the lie that bothers me. It's the insult to my intelligence that I find offensive.
Right, like lying ain't a big deal. It's the fact that you really thought I would believe that lie. It's the fact that you really thought that I'm so dumb and stupid and ignorant that lie would work. That's the offensive part. That's a bar right there. Andre Miller agrees with me. He says that's definitely better than the quote of the day. That shit is fire. We agree, homie. Top 30.
Andre, this you, Dre?
This is Dre, the ex-NBA player, just a true, like, when you think about a point guard, homie, he's the definition of a point guard. I mean, he has games where he's thrown for like 20 plus assists. He's a guy, he played for Nuggets for a while, really dictate that offense. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't a big time scorer, but when he needed to score, he could score. That's a bar.
I know the real Dre Miller. I know Andre from Watch.
I know. Y'all grew up together. Y'all the funeral together a few months ago.
Yeah, that's not him, by the way, because he got a white picture of a white baby.
I thought it was like some funny shit, maybe.
I'll get Dre on the show.
For 2 years. Look, he just said point guard. This is him.
I'm texting him right now. It's not him.
So how you text him when I see your hand?
You don't see this hand, do you?
So you over there like this without looking at the thing.
I'm a cold motherfucker.
You bad boy.
Now apologize.
I apologize. You did it. One hand text. Now, when I was younger and we had the flip phones, I was cold with it was called T9, the T9 text, the ABC.
I don't know about that.
No, the ABC, like each number had 3 letters on it. A, B, C, D, E, F, and I could be in class like this.
We had
crazy, like a video game.
What's the one you pop up? The
BlackBerry. Nah, the BlackBerry don't pop up. The slide up.
Yeah,
it's like touchscreen at the top, but then you got the keyboard.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
BlackBerry. Nah, it wasn't a BlackBerry.
The BlackBerry, it wasn't no slide. A BlackBerry was like a little square because I had a BlackBerry. BlackBerry was a big ass keyboard. I like the BlackBerry. It was hard.
Yeah, I like Sidekick.
Sidekick, homie. You had the Sidekick?
Yes, I didn't have Sidekick. All my players had it.
Oh man,
Sidekick was the coach couldn't have Sidekick. The coach had the BlackBerry. It had the calendar. It was like the professional shit. The Sidekick was
mouse on there. Yeah.
On there, right? That's when social media hadn't even started yet. That was like 06, 05.
Homie, I used to have my first phone. I had the flip phone, the minute phone. No, you had to call
you
the
weren't
hood
born.
spot.
You weren't even born yet.
You had to call the hood spot to get minutes on your phone. Like you be in the middle of talking to shorty, and then the phone just stop. No more minutes.
I had the Nokia, homie. You weren't even born yet. It looked like a garage door opener. It was
Baby
like this
girl
with antenna.
Oh, so you're the big old ain't boy. Okay.
Nah, it was a solid brick. It was just like a solid. It was like a solid fucking. I found a few of my old Nokias.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, they just like it's just like a brick.
Homie had the first cell phone.
Yeah, nah, we had a car phone, homie.
Okay, I remember the car phones.
Car phones were big because I used to watch cars. I used to watch cars. The first time I ever saw it was in a Mercedes. It was built into the console.
Yeah, right in the middle.
And it was in the middle. It had the cord. You took it off, and me and the homies would always pick it up like, real motherfucker. Like we was balling in the car, like watch the car, and one old white dude was like, get out of that car.
I just like to watch the movie to watch.
I should have stole his shit. I should have stole it.
You should have stolen it, homie.
Hell yeah. Fuck the white man. Fuck the white man. Keep him down.
Always.
Let's dive into poll question, Smitty. Before we do this poll question, though, I think we got a little bit of breaking news. It's not breaking anymore, but we're gonna at least discuss it. The Vikings, Smitty, have continued apparently to explore multiple options for a veteran quarterback addition, whether through free agency or a trade. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers' options are now focused on the Steelers and Giants. Tom Pelissero says that the Vikings are moving forward with J.J. McCarthy as their QB, and the team plans on adding a veteran but are not pursuing Aaron Rodgers. So,
wow.
That leaves the Steelers and
Giants,
Smitty. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if we could show it or not, but Cam Hayward had some things to say about him. Everyone's talked about it already, and I gotta be honest, Smitty. The Steelers' best option at quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. Make no mistake about it. But even his own possible future teammates are fed up with his antics. Cam Hayward has said either shit or get out the pot, basically, Smitty. And you either want to be a Steeler or you don't. In summarization, that's basically what he said. You have a contract, Aaron. Sign it or retire. But holding us ransom is not going down, basically, is what Cam Hayward said. Who are you, Aaron Rodgers? You're a 41-year-old with his best football that's behind you, who hasn't won when it matters most, and has only one ring to show for all that talent. Agree or disagree with Cam Hayward and his take on Aaron Rodgers, Smitty? I absolutely do. You?
I mean, well, let me respond to this initial news of the Vikings moving on with J.J. McCarthy. I think it's the wrong decision right now, only because I don't know what J.J. McCarthy is going to be. He might end up being a really good quarterback, but like I said yesterday, I think the Vikings are ready to win right now. And to me, J.J. McCarthy isn't a right now quarterback. He's not a win right now guy. There's no way you can expect this guy pretty much in his rookie year to lead you guys to the promised land. So, again, we can argue and say we won by Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers has been to 5 NFC championship games. He's been to a Super Bowl and won a Super Bowl. Yeah, there's only one, but only so many quarterbacks in the history of the game have even won one. So that's still, he shows you that he's capable of doing that. And I just believe that, look at his numbers last year, even though it was a down year, it was still, compared to most quarterbacks around the league, still middle of the pack, even above middle of the pack. If you put that veteran experience of Aaron Rodgers on this Vikings team, who got even better this all season, I think they could be a true Super Bowl contender. So to me, I think they're making a mistake. But now that it's only the Steelers and the Giants as pretty much his only options, I'm leaning towards, I think Aaron Rodgers is going to go ahead and hang it up and retire. He's not going to play with the Giants because why? Why do you want to? They're in full rebuild mode. They're not winning a thing. And then number 2, to your point with the Steelers, Cam Hayward coming out here saying, listen, we're not doing all that little darkness retreats. Listen, either you want to play or you don't. That's the pitch. That's the pitch. As a football player, the D lineman, I love it. I love the energy. But on the flip side, though, I don't think this helped the situation with bringing Aaron Rodgers in. Like, Aaron not even in the locker room yet. Aaron ain't even made a decision yet. And your leader on your team is already kind of putting out, let's just call it like negative energy when it comes to your quarterback. Like, you could tell he's already kind of like somewhat irritated with Aaron Rodgers already. He's not even in the damn locker room. So
let's hear him, Smitty. Let's listen to it. Let's listen to it real quick while you're talking about exactly that. Let's show it real quick.
Let's do it.
Called you and we're like, we need you to follow him into the darkness for a couple days. He says if you come down there with him, he's signing. Are you going to be off the grid for a little bit, go to the darkness and try to get this guy? We need you. You're our best recruiter. I'm about to get to Darius Slay, and it sounds like you recruited him too. So we need you to start recruiting. Get that NIL bag out like you did at Ohio State.
I ain't doing that or darkness retreat. I don't need any of that crap. Like, either you want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler or you don't. That's simple. That's the pitch. Like, if you want me to recruit, that's the recruiting pitch. Pittsburgh Steelers, if you want to be part of it, so be it. If you don't, no skin on my back.
Yeah, first of all, like, hearing the full thing, the question was a setup off the back. So shout out to the guy who's doing the podcast or whatever. That's what you're supposed to do to an extent when you're hosting. You want to like create these viral moments and big moments. The question was just like a setup off the back. He's creating a hypothetical scenario saying, in the event that Aaron Rodgers invites you to a darkness retreat and you have to go out there to recruit him, are you doing it? Like, nah, ain't nobody doing no dark. We ain't never heard of a darkness retreat until this past year. You gonna ask Cam Hayward, are you gonna do that? So, like, the more I'm listening to it, the less of an actual quote unquote, I think, shot it is per se. And then even as I hear his second part of his answer saying that you want my recruiting pitch, if you want to be a Steeler, be a Steeler. I don't think he was even saying that directly, individually, and solely to Aaron Rodgers. I think that was more of a broad statement for anybody who's thinking about coming to the Steelers at all, whether it was the Darius Slay, who he name dropped, who's a Steeler right now, or any other free agent. He's saying this is my pitch in general. If I'm a recruiter, this is what I'm saying. You want to be a Steeler, be a Steeler. If not, then don't worry about it. I don't think that was really directed at Aaron Rodgers just himself. So that's my opinion. Now I'm listening to it fully again.
Yeah, well, they said his name, so I don't know. Usually when you say a name and talk about darkness retreat, you're talking about Aaron Rodgers. I don't know what you're talking about, but it is what it is.
Well, you're a micro figure, so you probably wouldn't understand the full quote.
What I do agree with, though, with what you say, you made a good point. You kind of like, are you fucking up and pushing off your last option? I'm going to be honest with you, Steelers and Cam Hayward. You can be honest and truthful, but as Smitty says, two things can be true. You guys have no one close to Aaron Rodgers left in the world to operate your offense. You don't have a quarterback out there that exists. Not in the draft class, not Russell Wilson. We've seen the Russell Wilson experiment. He is probably edging towards being a backup in this league right now. Russell Wilson could end up in Minnesota and back up J.J. McCarthy as a veteran leader on that roster at the end of the day. Or because for some reason, everyone seems to have passed on Russell Wilson. Cleveland passed. The Giants have passed. And
have the Giants passed? Is that news that I didn't hear about?
He visited them without a contract offer. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has offers on a contract. I mean, I don't know. That's what it sounds like to me. All I know is this. Aaron Rodgers is the best possible quarterback for your team this year. I don't know about next year. I don't know about the future. This year. So all I'm saying. So did Cam Hayward push him away, to your point? I don't know, Smitty. I don't know. But I do like standing on business, saying you either want to be a Steeler or you don't. There's no way Cam Hayward said that unless he knew Aaron Rodgers had a contract on his desk. Because if you don't have a contract and you haven't been offered, then you'd be putting your foot in your mouth, Cam Hayward, right? And he didn't. He knows. Tom, I mean, it's already out there. He knows there's a contract out there. Or Cam Hayward wouldn't have said that, in my opinion. Because if there's no contract, now you look stupid for saying that. And then Aaron comes out and says, look, man, I never even got offered a contract from you guys. Why are you putting me under the fucking pressure? So obviously there's a contract out there, Smitty. And if there is a contract out there, Cam Hayward's basically saying, hey, man, you either want to be a Steeler or you don't. And I get that too. But at the same time, to your point, you could be pushing the motherfucker away. And I don't think you're going to push Aaron Rodgers into a retirement. He's not that weak-minded of a cat. He's going to do his thing his way. He's going to walk to his own beat. And we already know. And to be honest, I think a lot of the world's so politically motivated nowadays, Smitty, that if you're on one side or the other, you're loved or you're hated by both sides. And think about what he did during the COVID whole thing and all the shit that he took, just like Kyrie Irving did. Guess what, Smitty? You know, political affiliates out there do not like that. So guess what? A lot of hate is out there for Aaron Rodgers because of the stance he took. A lot of hate is out there for Kyrie Irving because of the stance he took. So there's a lot of that going on too. Don't make no mistake about it. So like, really at this point though, Smitty, the bottom line is to me, it is redundant and exhausting. And at some point you get over it, especially when we're talking about a 41-year-old quarterback who will be 42 in December. It's time to move on sometimes, Smitty. So I don't know how much longer you can wait if you're Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, because at what point do you make up and go get you a quarterback? What's the quarterback? Like, who's going to be your quarterback, Smitty? That's all I'm saying.
All Justin Fields. You got Russell Wilson flying around, meeting other teams. You know, Darnold already signed with the Seahawks. For a hot second, people thought Stafford was going to be available. Obviously, re-signed with the Rams. You got Jameis out there as an option. I think it's a good option if you can't sign Rodgers. But still, you know, I don't know if Jameis is going to get you over the top. He'll sustain you, but I don't think he'll get you over the top. It sounds like Kirk is staying with the Falcons. So, yeah, you're just limited right now, honestly, unless you want to. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is. I think you just got to – hopefully you hope that at this point now that the Vikings have made this stance, you would hope and think that Aaron Rodgers would come out and make a decision in the next, 48 hours, you know, on if there is an offer on the table, which I think it is from the Steelers, then we would hope that Aaron would just come out and be like, all right, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm not doing. Because it's not like he has so many options. It's not like he's a 5-star recruit at this point of his career and he has 29 offers from all around the country. Nah, Aaron Rodgers right now is a 3-star guy like Big Smitty, like me. He got one or two offers, and so it ain't too many choices, homie. You want a full ride scholarship? You want to play football? Pick one of these schools and play. That's where Aaron is at right now in his career. He has to humble himself, and that's the decision to make. And to me, it's really only one offer because the Giants is not. That's an impossibility to go to the Giants and go out there and play good. Let me use your word. That makes no sense to go to the Giants right now in your career, unless you just want to stay in New York for business purposes and just turn up your last year, just have fun, not care about nothing. If you care about winning at all and have a ending your career in a strong way, there's no way on God's green earth that you're going to the New York Giants. So to me, it's really just a Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the only team that's available. I would say my coach, but we got Daniel Jones, so we're probably not going to sign Aaron Rodgers. So really, it's just you got one team, Aaron. One team, either go there or retire. That's where we're at now.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, man. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But the poll question, Smitty, brought to you by Winnable. Head on over to Winnable Bets. Go get you, use the promo code Coach JB and get you all things DFS as well. Smitty, I don't know about you, but I got some conversation to have. Who is the best trio in the NFL? Now, Smitty, before you answer, It's on the thumbnail. We got the Bengals. I saw KCBD literally say, have you heard about Justin Watson and Kelsey and Mahomes? And I almost laughed so hard that I almost broke my back.
Wow.
First of all, their offense was horrific this year. They had nobody in the top anything. And you're going to compare them as a true homer KCBD. You should be embarrassed about your motherfucking self. Now, number one. Number two, let's talk about a real trio now. Smitty, I don't know who your best trio is. And before you answer, I was going to say you can use any combination you want.
Okay, that's going to be my next question.
You want a running back in the mix with the wide out and the tight end? Go ahead. If you want the quarterback, tight end, wide out, go ahead.
This is tough.
But go ahead. I'm going to throw out some names, and I just want to throw them out there into the world, into the atmosphere, because the Bengals are definitely in a discussion with Chase, Higgins, and Burrow.
Yeah, tough to beat.
But you got also, I would take Devontae Smith out of the trio conversation, and I would make it A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley, and Jalen Hurts.
I was thinking the same thing.
That's a trio that you have to actually have in this situation. Now, with the Stafford, Devontae Adams addition with Nakua, very interesting. You got C.J. Stroud, Nico, and Mixon, or is Diggs there? I'm hearing everything that I hear, especially with Sean Salisbury being in Houston covering the Texans, that he is gone. Diggs is gone.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like for sure.
So CJ, Nico, and Mixon, it's a threesome.
Yeah.
It's
not the top though.
But it's not an exciting. It's not that bad. Yeah.
Not the top.
How about Mike Evans, Baker, and now Godwin, who's re-signed there in Tampa?
When Godwin healthy, that's a good threesome right there, Paul.
And you got Goff. You got Goff, and you got St. Brown and Gibbs. You got Tyreek Hill, Waddle, and Tua. Listen, man, there's some great ones out there. You know, I don't know who the best is. You got Justin Jefferson, obviously. Addison and Darnell would have been a combination, but now without a quarterback and only a rookie, Minnesota is out of there with me. That's just the fact of the matter. I think you got to have a QB as one of your three. One of your three has to be a quarterback. So you can.
It's tough for me. I mean, you know, you could throw out Lamar, Derrick Henry, but then it's like Zay Flowers, who's good, but not like I wouldn't put him at no elite level yet. You still got 2 out of 3 that's like elite. I mean, your first 2 options is where my brain went to. It's between the Bengals right here and then the Eagles with Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and AJ Brown. It's tough. It's tough to go against the Eagles right now because we just saw what they did. You know what I'm saying? We just saw how impactful Saquon was this last year. You saw, you know, we can say we won by Jalen Hurts, and I know I'm not like I like Jalen. I don't love him. I don't think he's, you know, like the same elite level as guys like Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, you know, Mahomes at his best, you know, Lamar, etc. But the guy's a winner, and he plays well in big games too. So it's like, okay, you know, you gotta put some respect to that. It's tough. If you put a gun in my head, JB, I'm gonna give the slight edge to the Bengals because that offense is so damn explosive. And yeah, we know that they missed the playoffs and all that stuff, but we don't put the onus on the offense. This big 3 right here looks like they're unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? Where with the Eagles, there were times, man, when AJ Brown is quiet. There are times when he's quiet for whatever reason, whether it's his fault, whether it's Jalen Hurts not giving him the ball, whether it's just the scheme for that week because they're giving Saquon the ball 30 times, whatever the case may be. That big 3 isn't always hitting on all cylinders. Whereas here in Cincinnati, it feels like T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow are just always just balling. I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure there's some games you can find last season where maybe T didn't ball or Jamar a little quiet, but it just feels like every week it's like, damn, these guys are just putting up numbers. So that's who I'm going with.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. This threesome right here is legit. You know, I don't know if there's a better one, but then at the end of the day, I think trios only benefit from the team around them and defense that gets them the ball more often than not. Defense has to fucking be opportunistic and get you the rock.
Yeah.
So like this trio right here is great, and it's the most expensive one, Smitty.
Yeah.
But are they going to be the best one? Are they going to be able to top what the Eagles did? Are they going to be able to top what some of these others do? I don't know if I can answer.
The problem is teams like the Eagles got like a 5-some over there. They got the damn. I mean, we took out Devontae Smith, like, and that mug is really, really good. Devontae Smith could probably be a 1 on a lot of teams. That's how talented he is, you know. But Saquon's so great, you can't not put Saquon in it. So that's why Eagles are so great, because they're loaded everywhere. They got a good tight end. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Dallas Goedert. I don't know if he re-signed yet. I've been hearing they might trade him. I don't know, but my point is they got like a 5-some over there, so that's the difference with them. But
yeah,
a good discussion.
You had a 5-some before?
No, I haven't had the experience. You? I don't think I would even want to have that. That's too much. Some people not going to really get the proper attention. And when you say 5-some, how are you looking at it? I'll make sure we're on the same page.
How are you looking at it?
No, I want to hear you first, because you're old school. Y'all old school dudes y'all is a little different. Y'all I don't call y'all weird. Y'all just different. Y'all look at things differently. So I'm just curious, when you said 5-some, tell me immediately what came to your mind. Like
me and four broads.
Okay, bet. All right, so make sure, because y'all different, and y'all from the era of like flipping chicks and all that, and y'all would consider that like that's not what I'm on. Like, to each his own, but I'm not really trying to be on that. So yeah, we're on the same page. But no, I think that's too much. I wouldn't even have enough dick for chicks. I'll be honest with you. I'm not out here trying to like, I can fuck for 3 hours. Yeah. No, I can't. If the shit is good, no, I can't. So I'll be real with you. So
I had 3 broads in me.
Yeah, that's probably the max though. Because you put one of them on your face, one of them right here on your
put one where?
One of them is, so you're laying on your back. You got one sitting on your face.
What?
One is riding you, and then the other one's just helping and kissing and touching on you and doing foreplay stuff.
She's not sitting on my face.
What you mean?
She's sitting on your face?
You ain't never had a woman sit. You ain't never had a woman sit on your face?
She's not sitting on my face in the threesome scenario, no, because it's most likely I don't know the bitches, and you telling me that I'm gonna. Telling me I'm just gonna have a bitch.
That's
sit
the
on
funny
my
thing
face.
about us men. So you just said if I'm having a threesome or foursome, most likely I don't really know. I don't know shorty, so she can't sit on my face. But she can fuck you. You can fuck her. You'll put your dick in her. You'll touch her. Kiss her. But you don't know her. You don't know her. But you're gonna put your Johnson inside of her, and you don't know her. That's cool. It's like, as men, we don't really care about our piece. We don't care about our Johnson. We don't care about our tool.
Right.
But we care about like the face, the mouth.
Right.
Oh, I ain't kissing that girl. I don't know where her mouth is.
Exactly.
But you don't know where her cat been either. Meow.
Right.
But you cool going in.
Well, if you cover up, then that's what I'm saying.
You cool with going inside that hell's pit. But you draw the line when it comes to
cover up though.
Face your hands. Like,
you talking about covering up though. Hopefully, right? Hopefully, right? Because you're not going in there. You got a condom for your tongue?
They do have those.
But do you?
No.
That's what I'm saying. But you got one for your dick. So that's what I'm saying. I'm just throwing it out there. So
my thing is this though, homie. Grow up, Jason. Grow up. If you're not eating no cat right now in 2025, you are lame. And
no, I've actually grown up. That's why I don't eat cat no more.
Don't say that out loud, homie, because your women, your cat lips, like you are declining right now in women's eyes, homie.
You grow up.
You are declining in women's eyes right now, homie.
Hey, so what you saying is you just eat any cat.
I didn't say that. I'm a married man. I eat one cat, and I love the cat. It tastes good.
But you said you eat just any cat.
I didn't say eat any cat, but I'm saying eat cat though. Like, you're talking like you just don't do it. Period.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay,
I was your age before.
I'm not saying go outside and go find a random girl and eat a cat. I'm just saying
I was your age before though.
And when you was my age back in the days, it was looked down upon for men to eat the cat for whatever reason.
Nah, not really.
In the hood, listen, I remember being young. Like, oh, you eat the cookie? Oh, you like it was like a joke almost to do it. Growing up,
I don't know. What told you. That's that young shit. I think they.
That's what I'm saying. You still on that young shit?
No, I just don't do it no more.
I love eating a cat.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've been your age before, so I get it.
Hey, you ain't been my age. You ain't been my age before. You don't get it. You don't get it.
So your best trio's who?
Anyway, it's the Bengals, homie. You gotta be. It's the Bengals. It's close though to Philly.
I mean, Saquon, MVP candidate. I don't know. It's tough, man. Until the Bengals can actually do something and all three play together healthy for the whole season and show me that they can win, because we know he can beat Mahomes when all things are equal. But can they get over the hump and get to another Super Bowl and win it? I probably going to lean towards the Eagles being the best threesome in football right now. That's just what I am. So, I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, Smitty, we're going to have a bracket. We're going to do a bracket since last night's games finished. A great first game, right? We saw a game come down to the wire at a last-second fucking Hail Mary. Guy threw a football pass. Motherfucker caught it, put it in. They win with 0.07 seconds on the clock. Shout out to them getting into the tournament. 20 wins, I believe, for South Alabama or whoever the fuck it was. Alabama State, sorry. And beating St. Francis, I believe. And then North Carolina just put an ass whooping on San Diego State, a team not far removed from a championship, Smitty, run, being in the finals just a few years ago, playing UConn. Just 2 years ago, San Diego State was in the finals. So, we got him. We got him. Smitty, you don't know who that is? Holy fuck, man! You guys are young. Oh,
yes, I do know who it is.
Okay, Jesus.
Like,
is
it's
he on
crazy.
for sure?
Like, JB just be like saying stuff, and then
Yeah.
Yes, I do know who that is.
All right, is he on for sure though? So we can promo that. Holy shit.
30, that's huge.
Yeah, that's a huge get right there. God damn, I don't think people realize. I don't know if you realize.
That's big time right there.
Yeah, that's the big time you could get, really. I mean, to be honest.
That's my coworker.
Yeah. Is he there now?
Yeah, but I don't see him at, it's a fight so big,
He was forever with another, not to E, but C.
Yeah, with another, another platform. We don't rock with no other platforms though.
Yeah, we rock them here. Well, we'll break that news once we verify that. So let's dive into it, man. So, Smitty, to be honest, though, if the Vikings would have kept the QB or got Aaron Rodgers, I would say J.J. McCarthy and Addison and that quarterback had an opportunity to be in there. But until that happens, right now, I'm going to rock with the Eagles. Smitty, let's dive into it. We already talked about it. The Vikings rejected multiple trade calls on J.J. McCarthy, telling other teams they're moving forward with him as their quarterback. But they do plan to add a veteran. We already broke that down, Smitty. They're not going to pursue Aaron Rodgers. You surprised that people tried to actually trade for a guy that hasn't played yet?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, surprise. Not surprised. I mean, because, they saw a preseason game of him playing. You got college film. I guess the way you look at it is almost like you're drafting another quarterback. So to answer your question, no, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Especially because you said, this draft isn't the greatest QB draft in the world. So if you believe in J.J. McCarthy and the offer package is something that's good, then it's like, hey, why not explore it? So I'm not surprised. I just think it's the wrong decision. Not because I don't believe in JJ. I just think they're ready to win now and they might miss their window. So that's my whole spiel with it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. A lot of people must know a lot of things about JJ, like our Shaun King, who will be joining us here in a little while, because apparently he loves him. He speaks highly of JJ. We all know JJ is a multi-talented kid. Harbaugh loves JJ. Yeah, great athlete. Harbaugh loves him. There was rumors that Harbaugh, from an inside guy that I know somewhere, saying shit, he wouldn't have balked if he had to. Possibly make a trade for him, he would have no issue doing so as the head coach for the Chargers. Now, that's saying a lot. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to leave it there. So I'm just saying, Smitty, there's a lot of interesting things going on. A lot of interesting things that we talk about, but it is what it is. And a lot to discuss, Smitty. But we got something to discuss, and I want to break this down to you. What's happening now, Smitty, might drop your jaw just a little bit.
Okay, what we got?
Just a little bit. That's you on the right. Smitty, this is a list. This is very interesting. So picture this, Smitty.
Yeah,
a
let's
girl
picture right now.
A girl.
Yep.
Finds her dad having a Tinder account while they're on a family vacation with mom, dad, who's been married for 20 years.
No way.
Recycle that in your brain and
here it goes, right here.
And let everybody know in the audio side what I just said.
It's a video right here. It's like the TikTok, like he just said. His daughter with her parents. They're on vacay, Florida Keys, maybe. She finds the Tinder account and she shows. Why she show her mama though? And I know that sounds crazy. What I'm saying is like these are your parents. So like there's love for your dad, love for your mom. Go talk to Pops first, and then tell Pops, hey, you need to go talk to mom about this because like I feel guilty by not sharing it. You know what I'm saying? Like go to Pops first and let him be the man and go out here and tell him what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But situation is insane. I can't imagine.
Let me get this
that happened on that vacation from this point.
Help
me out. Hold on, I'm sorry, real quick. And two, daughter, why are you posting this? Why are you like? What happened to shame? What happened to feeling embarrassed? If I found out my parents cheating on my other parent, whatever case may be, I'm not putting that blasting online. But this generation cares more about going viral and becoming popular than they care about the brand of their last name, of their first name, of their family. I don't care about nothing but what TikTok does. Oh my gosh, we went viral. You went viral for the wrong thing. All money ain't good money, Jason. So I'm sorry, I had to throw that in there. Please take it away.
Would you tell your mom that your dad's cheating on her?
I don't think it's fun. It sounds crazy. I don't think I would though. And it sounds so crazy, but I would talk to my pops though. I think I would talk to my pops. And I would hope that he as a man would own it and step up to the plate. Because I wouldn't want to be in that position as a kid and being like, it's like you stuck in the middle getting pulled from both sides. You love your dad, you love your mom, you find this information that's harmful to your mother. 9 times out of 10, you get information that's bad for a parent, you're gonna tell that parent. But the problem is it's the other parent who's causing the harm. So it's putting you in a bad dilemma. So I know I'm talking to my pops for sure. I'm like, hey, what the hell? And then maybe I think I'm pushing the envelope like, hey, Pop, you need to go talk to mom. Like, you need to go, like, I think that's the conversation I'm having. It's hard for me to be on some like, hey, mom, I don't know if you saw this, but daddy cheating on you. Like, I don't see myself doing that action. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, I've had my boys. So I've had homeboys actually fight their daddy for cheating on their mama.
Yeah.
So sons usually protect their mother.
Exactly, 100%.
And then that's why it's called daddy's little girl, because usually the girl will cater or adhere to the daddy. Not anymore, though. This bitch made generation y'all got going is a whole nother generation. They like snitching on motherfuckers and tattletelling and all that old shit. But daddy's little girl used to be daddy's little girl, and then the sons used to be the protector of their mothers. That's how it used to be. So the daddies and the kid, I've had my boys actually fight the daddy over cheating on the mama. But Smitty, I needed you to clarify for me because I don't know anything about this dating app shit. So there's a dating app. The daddy went on it. She was on it herself, correct?
Right, yeah, which is normal for what? She's 17, whatever she is, 18. She's a young lady, yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother discussion. All right, so she's on the app.
Yeah, or she might be early 20. I don't know how old she is. But yeah, she's on the app. She's probably scrolling, swiping. Yeah, and she sees her dad's profile on it.
So she saw her dad while she was looking for a boy.
That's what it sounds like. Guy, I just found my dad's Tinder account on family vacation. He's been married to my mom for years. It's exactly what happened. But hold on, look at this link though. I don't know, something ain't right. Why it's like cheaterbuster.com? What is that website?
Where are you seeing that at?
At the bottom, the URL where you type in the website, it says cheaterbuster.com. Now I'm thinking, is this like a troll? Is this fake?
Oh, it's a real website, homie.
So what happens on there? Like you go there.
A powerful Tinder profile search engine. Easiest way to find someone else on Tinder to see if they're actually cheating or not on a significant other. So basically, Cheater Buster goes and finds out if you have an account on Tinder.
So that means the daughter was on vacation, and she was like, you know what? I'm about to find out if my daddy cheating. Like what? So my thought. So either A, your dad has been doing some sneaky stuff that had you even like thinking that he might do it. B, your mama been telling you stuff. Like I'm trying to see like what led to you going to this website and even looking up your dad. Like why are you even searching for that? That's my number one question.
Let me ask you. This is why I'll never get married. Number one. This is all some old bullshit right here.
It's messy. It's super messy.
Yeah, it's that's all y'all marriages are nowadays. But here's the thing.
Y'all.
But here's the crazy part. I gotta ask you, like, I'm confused, Smitty, on this dating app shit. Like, she's looking for a date. She finds her daddy. Let's just be real here. They not fucking no more. That's why he looking. He looking. I'm sure she looking, but she probably not on Tinder. And he out there like, fuck it, ain't a Cabo. He on Tinder. The fucking daughter finds him. Like, they not fucking. The marriage is over. You got to be real with yourselves and just end the marriage. It's best for the kids. It's best for everything. And then you kids, you guys are some bitch-made motherfuckers. But anyway, this is messy. This is why I don't do that shit. This is crazy. This is why I'll single forever. And it is what it is. And I saw the mom. If you show the walk, can you walk? Can you show them walking again in the little room? So I know these type of guys right there. Pause it. So those calves and those shoes, I already know who that guy is. The way his calves are made and his shoes.
Yeah.
I already noticed. He got the first New Balances on. The first ones.
Yeah, originals.
The original ones that got the motherfucker got like a bow in it. Because his feet are super arched because he's like a backwoods redneck, and they walk on their toes when they go hunt for like deer and bear and shit.
Yeah.
The redneck wife is in them jeans with them flip-flops on, and I saw a little peek of her right here. Bow. That's all I needed to see on her end. So he's already passed her because she now overweight. She very unattractive. He done, you know, like he on the prowl, homie, based on her get up. So, and she over here filming a documentary and shit. The daughter doing a full-on documentary on the motherfucker while they on vacation.
That's insane. The whole situation is messy. The man shouldn't be cheating. Number one. Number two, the daughter should be documenting this thing for the world to see. And then number three, I'm just curious of like, why were you even searching for that? Because like you said, like that website, like she's not on Tinder. She wasn't on Tinder swiping and just ran into him. That's what I originally thought. She made the action to go to cheaterbuster.com to specifically search for him to just see. It sounds like she's somebody who likes mess, likes issues. It's almost like you know they tell you like you a couple like don't go through your girl or your dude phone like for what, you know, what's that famous saying like you look for trouble you'll find it or whatever the case may be. Like why are you even searching for it? So like that's what I said, the whole situation is messy. It don't make sense. It's an unhappy
I don't
family.
get the daughter. I don't understand the daughter, what she doing to her dad. That's why I don't fuck with daughters. That's why I don't fuck with daughters. Let's take a commercial break. We'll be back in 4 minutes on the other side. And we got a whole hour before Shaun King joins us. And we got breaking news, man. We got breaking news. And we got a legend joining us. And there's no better time to have him than March Madness. But the great Tim Brando joins the show at 8:30. Yes, Tim Brando joins the show at 8:30. So the legend himself will be here. We'll talk all things March Madness and the bracket. We'll be back in 4 minutes.
Los Angeles Sparks WNBA team, Smitty, said we're looking for a few good men. They want male practice players for the 2025 season. Do you have what it takes, Smitty?
Well, listen, to answer your question, I do have what it takes, but I will not be participating because I don't have the time to do so. But they do have tryouts. They are having tryouts for all the LA folks. Saturday, April 12th, here in a couple weeks, really a month away, from 10 to 12 p.m. at El Camino College. Shout out to El Camino. You know, my brother Jack played at El Camino. And listen, this is something where if you follow WNBA, if you ever talk to any WNBA players, this is something that they do all the time, every year. They always I think most teams, even college teams, some of the good collegiate teams, they'll have some males come in, you know, got some student athletes who maybe played basketball in high school but wasn't good enough to play at the next level. That they'll have them come in to help them, you know, play more like at a physical level, to just, you know, kind of be like the scout team, so to speak, to have those others to where you're getting those real reps. And it's a situation where, hey, if you're able to go against, you know, men and be able to succeed against them, then when you work in games, you would hope it make it a little easier when you're going against, you know, other women. You know, like the goal of any practice is to make your practice extremely hard so the games are easier. I know all my successful teams, our practices were hard as hell. High school at Warren Central, first couple of years at Ball State, and then when game day got there, it was like, shoot, we didn't do everything, we didn't prepare it. So this is what they're doing. They want to make sure they're competing at the highest level. They want to create a physical environment, physical team, and this is what they do. Like, this is a regular thing, Jason. I know this is rare to you because you're finally putting your eye to the sport. This is a normal thing. Every lady in the chat who watches the sport, every man in the chat who watches the sport, y'all know I'm right. So I love it. I love it.
Smitty. T's and P's, man. I want to show up. I think we should film it. I think that's the get us over the hump viral clip.
That's the moment.
I want to show up. I want to show up because it's a mockery.
April 12th, homie, show up 10 to 12. Don't go on the boat. Go to El Camino. Bring your basketball shorts from the 80s and go out, put your goggles on and go out there and do your thing. And you're going to get worked. You're going to get worked. That's the funny thing. Because you ain't did no workout in years. So you out of shape. 2 times up and down the court. It's a wrap. I love it. Listen, why are you upset? Wasn't you and Shaun King the same people who were upset when we what was it? It was a girls flag football we showed. It was a clip. And they had women like also doing the sideline reporting. And Shaun stated that he thinks it's not fair that they don't have any men doing the sideline reporting for the women's sport because they have women do sideline reporting for the men's sport. So this is kind of that same breath, right? They're hiring men to come in and be able to help this team improve throughout the season, become practice players, become scout team players. They're providing job opportunities for men. And it's allowing the women to get better. I don't understand. It's a win-win for all parties, homie. The men ain't trying out for the actual team. It's just practice, homie.
Meanwhile, this happened. That's Sabrina, homie.
Yeah, Sabrina Ionescu. She got fouled, and yeah.
Fouled?
There's nothing here.
She got fouled?
That's a blocking foul. That's a blocking foul.
That's what you take out of that.
Yeah.
You don't take that Lil Wong, 15-year-old Asian boy, cut her off to the spot.
No.
And literally got in front of her 3 different occasions, moved his feet 3 times and cut her off. And we want fucking Reese to get paid millions of dollars?
This clip showed nothing.
Yeah, it does. On me, then
No,
you don't know basketball.
She didn't
You don't know
even do nothing but a left hand
You don't know
dribble.
athleticism, then.
She hesitated twice, and that's it. She didn't try to
15-year-old boy.
ISO and like
That's a
cross the ball.
15-year-old.
He didn't do. He looked like he really locked her up. Like he was really in front of her. He was trying to do a handle. Nothing happened here. This is the most basic clip. Y'all be reaching.
15-year-old boy.
Yo. Hour two, man. Make sure you subscribe right now. If you're not green, then what do you mean? You're making a bad decision, man. Become green right now so you can join our Discord. JB just dropped last night our NCAA bracket tournament, man. We got a fun tournament going on where our winners will be able to get some swag back, some merch, a little moolah. So make sure you become a member right now today, which gives you direct access to the Discord, and you can join us in our tournament, man. I think you got to Thursday morning to get that bracket like complete and done. So become a member right now. I think we're like five away from 1,000. So let's go ahead and get that 1,000 today. Can somebody just go ahead and give 5 memberships right now so we can just move forward and get it over with? Let's get to 1,000 right now. Come on, TJ Too Nasty. Give 5 memberships right now. We're gonna move forward, keep this thing going. But anyway, JB, let's keep this show on the road. We got Tim coming to TB. That's a big time guest right there, man. Big time guest. Tim Brando, been doing it for a long time. ESPN, CNN, but now he's at Fox Sports. Been there for a while. He's done everything. He's covered college football, college basketball. He's done some NFL stuff. He's done a lot of stuff for a long time. He's a legend in space. Golf, the Masters. He's done a lot of stuff, man. So anyway, man, we're gonna keep this show rolling. And this next time.
Oh shit, man, he just hit me up on Twitter. He said, I see on Twitter. You see it on Twitter?
Let me see.
Said, gonna have to make it tomorrow, coach, if that's okay. If not, then soon, okay, buddy. Apologies, can't wait. I can't wait to come on soon.
Who said that? Brando?
Tim Brando just posted it on Twitter.
Posted it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me hit him up.
All right, never mind then. But he's still coming on, though. That's still a good sign. He did reach out. I love it. So that means he will come on. It's not happening today. In the meantime, while you responded, man, I got to shout out our amazing chat. Because, like, the thing about our chat, when we ask y'all for support, one thing about y'all, man, that I love, y'all do it immediately. So shout out to Conley, who gifted 5 memberships right when we asked. Shout out to Aaron gifted 5 memberships when we asked. Shout out to Certified CEO, the boss, gifted 5 memberships when we asked. And TJ Too Nasty, the man that I literally called by name, did it immediately, man. I want to clap it up for our chat because y'all some real ones. And I think we have officially surpassed our first goal, which is hitting that 1,000 members. So we got a long ways to go, but that's the first goal, and we couldn't have done it without y'all, man. So that's amazing. That is amazing.
So look, we're getting all these new guests, man. It's kind of like a whirlwind just for everybody out there to know. No excuses, but here it is. Tim Brando will come on tomorrow. That was the last edition. Shout out to Tim Brando for being a legend that he is. I can't wait to discuss it with him. And then we have Jay Mariotti, who's traveling, who can't make it today. So we may have a super loaded show today and tomorrow. Plus Friday, we're gonna have for all the ladies out there, you may know this man, but a very controversial figure who was kind of booted off of the Survivor. Can't wait to have him on. And I'm not even going to tell you who it is yet, but he'll be on Friday. One of the survivors.
I'm a survivor.
I've never seen this show. I've never seen that show. Have you?
It's been a long.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it, Smitty, but you would figure that the guy that's the most controversial guy ever to be on that show is a fan of mine.
Of course. Who is it? You got me like kind of text me on the side. Oh, well, you know what? I ain't even go. Never mind. It don't matter. I'll find out later.
Because you're not even none of it.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm being.
That's why I'm a macro. You're a micro, and that's why I'm the producer extraordinaire.
I'm glad you did it that way. Man. Because certain people I can't be really, you know what I mean? Ooh, so I'm glad you did the way you did it.
That's what I do.
You a bad boy sometimes. Sometimes. Like I give credit when credit is due. But another thing though that I want to talk about, and it's not really that I want to talk about, is that I know you want to talk about it, so we're gonna talk about it. One of your good friends, Ryan Clark, says that his wife made him get a vasectomy. Saying,
wait, who?
Ryan Clark said, one of your good friends, says that his wife made him get a vasectomy, saying, and I quote, "My wife told me that she did not want number 4, and I had to respect that. She was like, hey, I had these babies, so you're gonna help us stop having these babies." This is a quote I think from his, I don't know if it's from his podcast or what. I'm gonna go first because obviously I'm coming from a non-biased point of view. I don't know Ryan Clark. I have no beef with him at all. I disagree with some of his takes. I like some of his takes. So I have a complete unbiased view. So without me seeing that full video or the full discussion and just seeing this quote alone, I don't really have a problem with it. I'm married. I'm in a relationship. I understand what the situation is. Like if you already had 3 kids and you don't want another kid, then this is one of the options that you have. You get a vasectomy. If depending on age, stuff like that, your woman might want to get on birth control. They're a little older though, obviously, so she probably don't want to be on no pill or nothing like that. That ain't really something that you women of that age, or to my knowledge, are doing at that point. Plus, there's different effects of birth control too on a woman's hormones and body that you don't necessarily want to have. So this was sound like it was a decision that a couple made. She gave her piece. I'm sure he responded. He didn't have a problem with it. Now they can do their thing and do it freely without having to worry about the stress or whatever the word you want to use of bringing another kid into this world if you don't want another kid. So I have literally no problem with it. I'm just super curious as to why it's on the rundown and to hear what you're going to say, because everything's on our rundown for a reason. So I'm intrigued. Like when I go through the rundown, like in the morning, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, okay. I wonder why this is on here. A lot of times it'll be like some random political topic. I'm like, okay, like I know why Jay's about to go in. He has a rant. So it's just certain things that I look at. So me knowing you don't like Ryan and y'all not cool, I'm just super curious and intrigued what angle you're about to take. So I'm gonna sit back and enjoy my drink and just chill. And Paris, if you do cut this, make sure I just make it clear that whatever JB's about to say ain't got nothing to do with me. Go ahead.
Why would you expect me to do something bad, homie? I'm a nice dude.
I don't know. Just the history of our show and the history of your clips and the history of your takes when it comes to Ryan Clark and the history of the history, homie. History repeats itself. We all know that. The Greg 72, shut the hell up.
Well, first of all, let's dive into this. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure here.
Take your time. Take your time.
First of all, let me be clear here. I got to ask you a question that knows all things about social media. Why they make this public?
I have no back information. That's what I'm saying. I wish we had a video, or I'm assuming this came from his podcast and they were having some sort of relationship conversation about kids or something like that. And this just came out. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's why it's tough, because all we see is this quote. Shout out to ML football for doing it the way they did it, because this is how you make things popular. You pull out one quote and boom, and you don't get no other context. So because of that, and I should have did my homework. I should have dove deep and found the video and did all this. So that's on me. But I don't know. I'm assuming they had a conversation, JB, and he just admitted this in the conversation.
First of all, Why she can't get fixed? I'm just asking a question.
I was like, actual question. I thought it was rhetorical. I'm sorry. My thing is this: there are a couple that made a decision, and they were cool with him doing it, and that's what it was. Like, that's what it was. I don't know.
I got white cats. I got white cats. That's what the segment's called.
Don't know, before you go. Don't a woman have to get their tubes tied like right post baby or not? Like, you just get it tied whenever. I'm asking. Yeah. I literally don't know. I'm ignorant to it.
Yeah. I got a bunch of why can't questions. That's what this segment's called. Why can't? Why can't he pull out?
That's just not the most clean way to do things.
It's not what?
It's not the most. Well, that's bad. That's bad words. What I mean is, that's not the most accurate way to do things. Like, that's not a little pre-cum strip out and you fucked up. You know, like that shit ain't 100%. You can slip up. I slipped up the other day on my like it happens. I mean, like, you gotta be careful with that. And he don't want to pull out his wife. He don't want to pull out.
Why not?
Homie.
Why not?
It's my wife, homie. You would never understand. You're still doing those childlike games and fucking these hoes and doing all. This is my wife. This is me. This is mine. This is all me. I want to feel every fucking. I'm in here. So it's different, homie. You'll know when you get married.
I don't bust in things. I don't like it.
Like when it's your what? You're tripping, homie. You ain't never. Hold on, time out.
I don't do that.
You ain't never came inside of a woman ever.
Nah, my mom got pregnant because she rubbed the tip on her shit after.
Hold on. Did you jump when she did that? Did you jump, homie? Because if you jump, you know what that means. Your dad taught you that. Rest in peace to Pops. He taught you that, homie.
Nah, that's what the earwax, homie. That's not my tip.
I thought it was the same shit. Make you jump.
My shit's too sensitive, homie. The way my shit work.
Yeah.
Like mouth, I can't. I gotta pull it out. I gotta see it on you. Huh?
What does the sensitivity have to do with you pulling out?
It's different. Man, come on, Smitty. You a man. I mean, you telling me it's not different?
Are you mean? I'm trying to get clarity. Are you saying because you're gonna bust too? I don't know. Go ahead, move forward. Because we way in the weeds right now, and just keep going.
Let's say this. Let's stick to Tim Brando.
All right, go back
to Tim Brando. Let's stick to Tim Brando now. It's just next topic, but yeah. So you get what I'm saying. It's very feminine, and for an egotistical maniac such as this guy, Ryan Clark, I would think that he would actually not want anyone to know this. So it seems to be screaming relevance, keep relevant, stay relevant. I gotta stay relevant. And I'm wondering, did he blame like the GM or the man or whoever it is, like the production manager at ESPN, maybe because he's white or something?
Well, we got a video, I think, of him actually saying it. Let's go ahead and show the video for context, baby.
So to that point, when I got my vasectomy, right, they don't really coach you up on it. You know what I'm saying? And you got
a vasectomy?
Yeah.
Oh. How many kids you got?
3.
And you was like, nah.
That's enough. Cool. That was enough.
I got a vasectomy as well. It's another man at this table that needs to think about that shit.
I feel like this is an entertainment.
That might be why they brought us here.
I feel like there's an influx in black men getting vasectomies. I've been hearing about it. Or maybe black men never.
So like I thought, they're having a general conversation.
Where are they at?
So that's a show that Nick Cannon has called We Playing Spades. It's like a digital show he has where he literally sits at the table with guests. They're playing spades and they're having random conversation. So that's Nick Cannon with the hat on right there. So this is his show. I never watched a full episode of it, but I've seen like clips. It looks like it's a studio space, obviously.
Wait, hold on, homie. The irony of this show got to be on all-time high. So, ain't this the motherfucker that got like 18 kids?
Yeah, that's why literally you didn't hear the joke. He said we need to be talking about somebody else at this table getting a vasectomy. That's what they just said.
The setup to me for a cat that has big money and the big production team, that looks horrific. I thought that shit was like a white, like redneck backwoods, like fucking.
I actually like it though because like I think the point of it is not to make it like some highly produced thing. Like some shows, you didn't want to make this look all shiny with the bells. It was supposed to be like a fucking backyard. In the casual house. It's supposed to look that way.
That looks horrific. It's a horrific look for me.
I like it.
I
like it.
Why is old girl why is the big broad looking at Ryan Clark wee like she want to eat something? Like is that Tank the Boss?
You know, black people funny as hell. Like we just extra. So she's like, hold on, you got a vasectomy? Is
that
like,
Tank the Boss?
She's just being funny. She's nowhere near as big as that woman at all.
Is that Tank the Boss or whatever?
One's not the name. Two, she's nowhere near. You're not even touching her. So stop.
She'll eat the shit out of fucking Ryan Clark. But man, that's unbelievable.
Shout out to that black woman.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'll never do that. No way in the world I can do that.
Maybe listen. We're making
it's all over the place. We're a real show, Smitty. We're a real show. We do real shit in real time. And we're musical chairs with guests, and we're trying to give the best show to get to the audience. So we got a lot of big time guests being booked, and we got a great guy behind the scenes doing a lot of that stuff. So we're making musical chairs work today. So that's what I've been dealing with. So, I just want to let you know. So Smitty, keep holding it down. We got it going on. Bailey's behind the scenes doing his magic. He's handling 1,000 things, doing the show, videos, pictures, and guests. And he's walking guys through how to become a guest on the show. He literally has to create a spreadsheet and tell them how to do it. Because, a lot of technology now is not as easy for us elders as it would be for you youngsters. So just shout out to Bailey and everybody out there doing all the God's work. We're going to call it God's work behind the scene because we got a lot of guys. But we do have some guys coming on today, I believe, Bailey. So Bailey will keep us updated behind the scenes, Smitty. I just want to give you an update.
Hey, we the hood show though. Like we gonna get, you don't know what's gonna happen.
But it looked better than that. It looked better than that Blue Table show though.
I was talking. Well, that's not the theme of our show. The theme of them playing spades in the backyard at a barbecue. That's what it looks like. I remember being at my grandma's house growing up. I remember being at my grandma's house growing up on 4th of July. And the family being in the back, you got the music playing, you got the barbecue, uncle on the grill, playing car, like that's the vibe. So like, Nick Cannon's rich as hell. If he wanted to make it this super highly produced thing, you can. But to me, that's good production, and that's something you wouldn't know about because you're still learning right now, and you're trying to figure out what it is to be a producer and all that stuff. But when it comes to production, sometimes you do, you do stuff for a specific reason. You do it like that because you want that vibe. You don't want it looking too nice and pretty and all bells and whistles. It wouldn't make sense for that. So shout out to Nick Cannon, man. Always doing something. Always doing something. Anyway, though, let's keep the ball rolling.
He's always doing something. He's definitely doing something.
EA Sports plans to increase players' NIL payments from $600 to $1,500 in the new 2026 college football video game. $900 increase. And I'm assuming every single year that this game drops, they're probably going to just increase it more and more and more. I don't even know if I'm waiting for this message to come because I'm pretty sure I know what's about to be said. But I'm going to just talk about this by myself real quick and say this. Exactly. I figured that. I don't know why. I don't know. Y'all do not be on the same. Y'all don't be on the same page behind the scenes. As soon as I started reading this, I said, I know good and damn well that but this motherfucker still put it on there. So anyway, shout out to those players.
But this one, all right. I saw this. This is all right because I ain't done nothing yet with it. But
you still don't even want to. I'm gonna talk about it real quick though. $900 increase, whatever. Should be more. I'm sure every year they're going to increase it, couple $100 just to appease the player. But it should be more than that. It should be a couple thousand. I know people that should be getting way more than that, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So EA Sports, whatever, you know what I mean? We ain't really rocking with them right now. And because they didn't pay me nothing. Well, I got a little check, but it wasn't enough. So anyway, new Seahawks wide receiver Cooper Kupp says that he's looking forward to playing the Rams twice a season after they cut him, saying, quote, yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to it. It's a nice little thing on the side to be able to go against those guys. I'm excited and looking forward to it. Cooper Kupp from Washington played high school ball there, college ball, now NFL.
That Bailey's favorite player.
He think Cooper Kupp is the GOAT. He think Cooper Kupp is Randy Moss, Jerry Rice. That's his guy right there. Cooper Kupp, listen, at his peak, you can say,
like argue. Like he just hunted today. He hunted.
Yeah. At his peak, you can argue he's the best receiver in the league at his peak. Problem is, he's dealt with the injury bug too many times. So overall, good receiver. Maximize his career. I think nobody really thought he was going to be this good coming into the league. I think at this point in his career, he's a 2 or 3, and which is fine. You know, he's had a hell of a career. To me, he's not a 1. I think Jackson Smith and Jabo is going to be the clear 1 over there. I think Coop will be a good 2. Pray to God he stays healthy long enough to play against the Rams. I don't know what week they'll play him, but pray that he's healthy because I do want to see it and see if I'm sure Darnell's going to try to force feed him and make sure that he eats. But at the same time, I know Shaun McVay is competitive too, and that defense is going to be competitive. They're going to put together a scheme too to where they ain't going to make sure Kupp ain't going to eat. So it's going to be fun to watch from a fan perspective. And yeah, I'd like to see it.
New poll question for you youngsters out here. Smitty and Bailey probably don't know much. Bailey knows the name, of course, but I got to watch him play. He was my hero growing up, actually. Another white wide receiver. At the same time of their careers, I want to know, maybe a Shaun Waffle or somebody that's in the chat that's older that remembers, who's better, Cooper Kupp or Steve Largent?
Ooh, that's a tough one, homie. That's a tough one. I think when you put up the totality of the career, you would say Steve Largent had a better career. But if you say I take Steve Largent at his peak, I take Cooper Kupp at his peak, I think you got to go Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp reached the highest heights. I mean, the guy was a Triple Crown winner. I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Largent ever sniffed that. So I think when you look at both peaks, Cooper Kupp's better. But totality of career, you might want to give the slight edge to Largent. That's a tough one, though, homie. That's really close, a good one. The battle of the white wide receiver. I like white on white crime. So always ask those questions. Every show, ask that question.
We need to do an all white wide receiver of all time and see. Like, there's some great white wide receivers. Curious. I'd like to see. We should do a white wide receiver show.
It's some good wide receivers for sure. I don't know how many
great ones. There's some great ones.
It's all relative to who you're comparing them to.
That is great. We should do just one whole show dedicated to all white wide receivers.
I mean, everything doesn't have to be about race. How about we just rank our top 100 all-time receivers?
Well, I mean, ESPN makes it about race, so I want to make it about race on this show.
Well, no,
I want to do it the other way, though. I want to talk about Ed McCaffrey, and you know, Gronk's going to be in there because he's tight end. He's a white
tight end. No, it's a tight end. We'll do our tight end list separately. We'll do our tight end list separately.
I got to put all the New England Patriots, all of them. They're all in there.
Wes Welker, Edelman,
all of them. Jordy Nelson, of
Brandon
course.
Stokely from my Colts, and then the Broncos, Brandon Stokely.
Adam Thielen will be in the mix.
Cooper,
Nakua.
No, he's not white. He's other. He's not white or black. He's
Chris Collinsworth, OG. Chris
Collinsworth,
really good.
Listen,
really good.
guys, this
really
guy
good.
Patrick Mahomes and the way he just throws the ball. I mean, I tell you, we've never seen a guy. I mean, the guy just flicks his wrist and the ball just goes off his fingertips at a certain angle. Godly, I've never seen it. Shout out to Chris Collinsworth. He loves Mahomes, boy. Boy. Mahomes will be paying him some on the side. He loves him some Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Hold on, this is the. I gotta talk to you. I gotta talk to your boy. I don't know
who.
I'm in a private chat. I don't know. He can't be
What you laughing about? What part?
Just like, what is the whole thing? Like, I clicked on the link. I don't know who the fuck, and then I see your shit, and I feel the exact same way. Like, I don't know.
But motherfucker, work with you though.
Don't work with me, homie. I'm on the studio show side of it. I'm the hood of it.
Hey, I like it though because it's March Madness. We're gonna do our own brackets, Smitty. We're gonna have our brackets out there. You can fill it out on the Discord. So make sure you check out the Discord, Smitty.
How do we do it? Like, so you want us to fill it out manually and then send a picture to the Discord, or are we doing it online? How are we doing
it? You can fill them out online and fill them out and email them to us. We sent the email in Discord, the Coach JB Show @gmail.com.
And then who's keeping track of it?
Well, they're gonna obviously know their records. They're gonna definitely let us know that their motherfuckers are winning. You know what I'm saying? So like they're gonna submit that, and then I got a plan. I got a little plan. I just want to see who's involved first. I want to see who gets in. That's why we put it in tiers. But they're gonna email us, the Coach JB Show @gmail.com, and I put it in the Discord for all the Discord members. First and foremost, they get the first shot at it.
Okay.
So check it out in the Discord, and there's a CBS bracket out there. I think you can fill out, or Fox, or not Fox, ESPN. They all got their own brackets.
As long as you handle it, it's cool. I just want to make sure everything organized is clean, and we know at the end, like, okay, both these people chose Duke to win it all. Duke did win it all, but who had more points?
Well, that's why.
To the end.
Yeah, you see how I put it in there, right? So you see the tiers.
Yep.
Round 1's worth 5 points. Round 2's worth 10 points. Round 3's worth 15 points. So your round 1 score, obviously, there'll be a lot of guys tied there. Then you'll go to the next one. So it'll start weeding itself out as you go down the list. So all the way to the round. Now, if you get a perfect score, which ain't gonna happen, I'm flying your ass out on the yacht, do a live show, give you a full swag bag. The winner gets a full swag bag anyway. Includes a lot of shit: hoodies, t-shirts, beanies, hats. Signed book, signed poster. Smitty, a signed poster. Smitty did a new poster with a G-strap and a pinky toe ring. You can find that. P. Diddy oil. He got P. Diddy baby oil on. You can find that. Yeah, we could get A's, sign some stuff. Whatever you want. We got it. And then the money obviously is going to be what you guys put in it. So put that in there. Dive in. $20 buy-in. It's in the Discord. Lewis Rainey, all you guys. Check it out. Smitty, I hate brackets. I hate doing them. I always win, though.
You never win. But anyway.
Well, let me ask you something real quick. North Carolina beat the dog shit out of San Diego State last night as a team that I said didn't belong. I said that West Virginia belonged in this thing more than North Carolina. The schedule just doesn't add up as far as any victories of any significance. So I didn't think they belonged in it. But having said that, I thought West Virginia did based on the wins they had. Their coach said, fuck it. We're going to sue the NCAA, which they did yesterday in a court of law. And then the head coach said, fuck it. Head coach said, Smitty, I'm out. And the head coach, West Virginia, goes to where? Your neck of the woods and takes over the Hoosiers legendary program at Indiana.
Yes, sir.
So it's very interesting. That's the problem, Smitty. That's what the problem is nowadays. When the coach leaves, the people out there are always going to say, "Oh, JB, you're not mad when the coach leaves." The player leaves, that's okay. The players deserve to get money. They don't deserve to go to school. All the shit's for the players, player empowerment. Let me ask you something. When the coach leaves in a situation like this, where he's did everything in his power, beat great teams, by the way, that were on his schedule, like North Carolina did not do, and not get in the playoffs or into the bracket, into the March Madness tournament, and then you have to file a lawsuit as a university, which will never happen. Smitty, we've seen this. It ain't never gonna happen.
It's a waste of time, waste of money, waste of everything. Stupid
yeah.
to do it.
But then the guy leaves. Is he leaving because he's saying fuck you, West Virginia? Is he leaving because he's saying like we're never gonna get in here? Because obviously I beat some big time teams and still didn't get in. Is it because we're West Virginia? And let's be honest, we're known as a football program, even though they're not great right now, but they have had some great teams. They're known as a football team, not a basketball team. Right. Where are you at with that? If he leaves and he left there for a reason, is it because of the program not big enough to get into the tournament, or is he doing it just to say, you know what, you didn't back me. You didn't back me enough, team, AD, etc. It's interesting, but then he'll get talked shit about for leaving. That's the crazy part. But the player can do it, no problem. So it's now it's kind of going full circle, is all I'm saying.
Well, I don't think there's a problem with coaches or players leaving. The problem was coaches were leaving back in the days and players could not leave. So that was the issue. And we're just defending the players more now because now the players have the freedom. You old heads are mad players are leaving, but we're just reminding you that you coaches have been doing it for forever. So that's the only thing that we're saying, number one. Number two, I think he's leaving because it's the Indiana Hoosiers, homie. When it comes to basketball prominence, that's a staple. That's where you want to coach at. You know, you think about football, it's like, hey, if the Texas job comes available or Alabama job becomes available, you go. You know, in the NBA, if the Lakers job becomes available, you take it. You know, when it comes to basketball and the Indiana Hoosiers, like, hell yeah, he's gonna take that job. So he said because of just the history of the team, I don't know what the contract numbers and stuff will be. I'm sure he's probably getting a pay bump. And then also, yeah, in situations like this, teams like an IU, if they're kind of on the like a fringe as far as like actually getting in, they're gonna give IU the nudge to get in over West Virginia. That just is what it is. You know, certain teams are gonna get that nudge because of just, you know, ticket sales. At the end of the day, it's entertainment too, homie. It's about entertainment. So I think for all reasons you go to IU. For every single reason, everything, money, prominence, history. If you win at IU, your legacy, you are a legend there. You know what I'm saying? Like just every single reason there, you know. So and you know, shout out to Mike Woodson. You know, he's the one stepping down. You know, there actually played there. I think he played under Coach Knight, if I'm not mistaken. Came back, coached. So like, you know, he's one of the best friends of Dana Pump. There you go. Shout out to the Pump brothers. So my point is, though, you are filling some big shoes in the sense of that program loves Mike Woodson there. And I saw it was I think last game he had coached. He was like after he was emotional, was crying, just saying he's gonna miss this. He's one of the OG coaches that actually loves the players, care for the players, and got some big shoes to fill for sure.
Yeah. So. Smitty, before Shaun King jumps us in about 20 minutes, joins the show, I want to know if you'll honor me in doing a daily rant alongside of right next to me on camera.
What are we talking about?
Huh?
What are we talking about?
Doesn't matter. I just like you to honor me to do the daily rant with me. You know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm your co-host, so yeah, I'll do that. Bailey, just be prepared. If I scream out off, tell me I'll scream immediately. So
scream out what?
Off. Just take me off immediately. Off.
So you don't have we don't have a word, like you don't have like a word like you know, like doodle doo, or you know, people have different words like
often weak. I'm not from that area.
Like a lot of girls have like buzzwords like when they're fucking. Like that, and then the guy has a word too, like, you know, like safe words. Like you don't have a safe word? Mesquite? I thought mesquite was your safe word.
No, mesquite means a lot of stuff.
Well, so what's your safe word gonna be? What's your safe word gonna be?
Let me think real quick, because you don't like off, because that's too simple. Let me think. No, that's kind of
BPS or
swimming.
That's lame. Swimming. That's horrible. Water.
Hammer. Bananas.
Dogs.
No, I don't like dogs. I like cats. Let me see.
Ocean.
Sprite.
Swimming. Diving. Yacht.
I like hot fries. Hot fries.
Nina Kimes.
Let me see. Kimes could be a good one.
But does he?
I'm gonna just say black.
All right, I'll say white.
It's black.
I bet.
All right.
Well, let's show a video, Bailey, and then we'll discuss it afterwards. One of Smitty's favorite people. Let's talk about a daily rant. Compton.
Without a doubt. It's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
Yeah. Take a listen to this video.
Brittany Griner is finding out the hard way that being a baby father is harder than it seems. Before marrying Shiro, Brittany was married to former WNBA player Glory Johnson. Unfortunately, their marriage only lasted 28 days, but the divorce became messier than the short-lived relationship. One day before Brittany filed for divorce, her ex-wife announced she was pregnant with twin girls after undergoing IVF. Prior to the divorce, both women agreed to have a child, and Brittany would be the person who approved which male they would use in the process. Brittany ended up choosing a blonde, blue-eyed male as the donor. However, the WNBA star believed Glory may have gotten pregnant by her ex-boyfriend and demanded a DNA test to prove the twins came from the male she approved. Before meeting Brittany, Glory only dated men. While pregnant, Glory nearly miscarried, but the twins were born at just 26 weeks. Brittany believed if Glory's ex-boyfriend was the father of the twins and they were not conceived using the blonde, blue-eyed male she chose, she is not the father and shouldn't be responsible to provide for them financially. Brittany later discovered she was the father of the twins named Ava Simone and Soleil Diem. A judge ordered the WNBA star to pay $2,665 a month in support, but denied Glory's request to be paid $20,000 a month in spousal support.
Any thoughts?
Black.
Excuse me?
Black.
Oh, I got to go back to one particular part of this show, to that clip. Bailey, I don't know if you can find it without showing it, but did I hear right? Did it say Brittany Griner's the father of the two kids?
It got confirmed. So for clarity, they chose who was going to be the sperm donor.
Right.
But Brittany Griner thought that Shorty
actually
slept with her ex and had actual literal sex.
With a
So
guy.
she's like, hold on, you cheated on me.
With a guy.
With her ex.
Yeah.
So she's like, if it comes out that your ex is the actual daddy,
yeah,
I'm not liable to pay child support, homie. That's not my kid. That's your ex kid.
Right.
But if it's the donor's kid that we agreed upon, then I am the daddy.
Provide for them financially. Brittany later discovered she was the father of the twins named Ava Simone.
I love getting up in the morning doing the show with you, man. It's a great release for a lot of the folks out there that they come in every day and listen and get to watch us live. But we're in a very, very bad place, humanity wise, Smitty. Just simple humanity, simple things, you know. She's the father. She's the father. Let me just reiterate what I said. She's the father. The hypocrisy in that is a little bit less than the hypocrisy that two sisters got a white boy with blue hair, blue eyes and blonde hair. The devil, the blue-eyed devil, is the daddy to two sisters. Now make this make sense. Please, dear baby Jesus, help us all make this make sense. I want to make sure that this makes sense to everybody out there understanding what was going on. The two sisters sold out, went with the white boy. Smitty, let me ask you something. Is that simply because like credit? Maybe they get better credit, or what do you think that is for?
Well, my initial thought is Brittany Griner's light skin, long brown hair. maybe they wanted the kids to kind of favor their daddy. And
fuck. I just got a message. I didn't realize, homie, that I'm wrong.
Oh, what happened?
I was calling Brittany Griner by what I thought it wanted to be called. She. I fucked that up. He really could be the father.
What you mean?
Well, I said she.
Yeah.
Said she was the father.
Right.
I'm wrong. I'm mistaken. He is the father.
Gotcha.
Because Brittany Griner is a dude, and I fucking forgot. I didn't know. I tripped. So it's embarrassing. It really is. This whole thing. This is a mockery of human evolution. And baby Jesus, please help us, Lord, as we still struggle to find out what we are. The things that you made us be. One you gave a vagina to. One you gave a penis to. One can have babies. One gives the baby through what you call a pee hole. And we have yet to see the guy with the pee hole give a baby. Or actually birth a baby. So, Lord, please help us today, Lord, understand and help everyone understand that females are the ones that give the babies to the world, and the men are the ones that give the women the babies through their pee hole. Lord and baby Jesus, please help us understand. And if Brittany is a man and we made the worst trade in American history, we gave up 2 third-rounders and a 6th-round pick for a drugs arm dealer. I get it, Lord. But please, Lord, please let everyone know, Lord, that she is a woman, apparently, on her birth certificate, and she cannot be the father, Lord. She's not Darth Vader. Lord, in your name, Jesus' name, we pray. Amen. I didn't cuss, Smitty.
Proud of you, homie. Proud
Did I
of
cuss?
you. I don't think so. We have to rewind it. Proud of you, bro. It's growth. Getting better, homie.
Are you okay?
I'm all right, homie. Life is just a trip.
What?
Life is just a trip, homie. Life is a trip.
What happened?
It's just life, homie. This show happened. This topic happened. I screamed out black. I got brought back on. That wasn't a part of the agreement. It's a lot going on, homie. We got special guests hopping off. It's a lot going on, homie, behind the scenes. I don't know how to pronounce last names and stuff. There's a lot going on, homie. There's a lot going on, homie.
But the key to it all, Smitty, is this.
Smitty, why your eyes open? He was praying. Well, I don't know if I want to be a part of that prayer, Alan. I don't want to be a part of that prayer, Alan. JB be messing with the Lord too much, man. I
don't mess with the Lord. I'm a God-fearing man.
I want to make sure it's a clear separation.
I'm a God-fearing man.
I mean, you say that.
Huh?
You say that.
I'm a God-fearing man.
Nah, you say that for sure. Like, you definitely say it.
I want to see Bailey this video with his dog. I don't know what that is, but I'm curious to see what it is. You all right? Can we get back to the show now? I mean, it wasn't a major rant. I wasn't upset. I just wanted to show that a man can have a baby, and a woman can't be the father.
Somebody mad at you, homie.
Who's mad at me?
I saw some. I just saw some.
Who's mad at me, homie?
Somebody in the chat is mad at you. I just saw something and it disappeared.
Where? I don't see it.
I don't know. It must have got deleted immediately or something.
What'd they say?
I saw some of it. It said something like fake praying to God is some. I can't remember what it was because I can't see.
Who said it's fake? Who said it's fake?
Somebody said it was like, man, fake praying to God is some. I can't find it no more though, homie. But they was going at you in the chat. You really said she's not Darth Vader. Yeah, B Watt. My co-host is crazy. She's
What'd I say?
You said her birth certificate says she's a woman. She's not a man. She's not the father, Lord. She can't be Darth Vader. She's not Darth Vader, Lord. That's insane, homie. What actually goes on in your brain? Like when you wake up in the morning, what's happening?
You mean? I said it. Now I know why I say I'm not your father.
Yeah, Luke, I'm not the father. Yeah, we know why you said it. You just crack your brain. I thought you got like a whole bunch of just like little midgets up there just playing with toys in your brain like all day.
I actually give myself credit now more after I realize it. So
you a crazy dude, homie.
We got some white people shit, and some black people shit.
Let's do both. Yeah, I said some good stuff yesterday.
Crazy food in the movies.
Chicken in a 16-piece. Never been done before.
16 glizzies is crazy.
How the bread came, you hear me? Rotate them. It's going down, man. Whole large pizza, you feel me? I got a cane too. Coming like this. Feel me?
Coming like this.
Hey, y'all let me know if I'm getting in like this. Turn around again. I missed breakfast today, man. Cereal and milk. Let me know what's y'all top 5 cereal. Number 1 right here. If you ain't come in Cinnamon Toast Crunch, get out the cabinet. I'm gonna drop some ice cubes in that bitch. Give me another one. Feel me? When I pull up, I just pull up. Shit. I missed breakfast. I gotta catch up. You feel me? You know I'm coming. Get the bowl, folks. We eat it out the bag. Burger and fries. Okay. Damn, smash burger. Wild ass burger. On the tuck, you feel me? On the hush. Yeah. Yo, no, dog.
He ate it in one bite, homie. He brought 16 glizzies, 16 hot dogs into the movie and snuck it in the work and ate it in one bite. A large pizza. Bro was in there eating a whole thing of cereal. That's some black people shit to the highest level.
I used to do that. I used to eat a sandwich in the store.
Now we sneak in chips all the time. You know, your mama bring the big ass purse, candy, Skittles, Snickers bar, little water bottle. That's regular stuff. But boxes of pizza, 16 hot dogs, homie. Go ahead, Jason.
Me and the homie used to walk around in the store, in a market.
Yeah.
And make a full sandwich and eat it in there. Because, by the way, by definition at the time, it wasn't stealing if you didn't leave the store with it. So we ate.
What store would y'all go to? Like a gas station, you mean? Or like a
No, like a real market. Like at the time, before you were born, it was called Alpha Beta.
Yeah.
Then it turned to Ralph's, Albertsons. There's Pavilions. We go to the nicer one.
Yeah.
Nicer one. Shit. Back in the day, liquor used to be out. We'd also just take a swig of the drink after the food.
And put it back?
No.
Yeah, the way you said no, y'all put it back. Like y'all would drink as much as y'all want to, leave a swig, and then just put it back there. People go buy that same bottle and then drink after y'all not knowing. That's disgusting, homie. Ooh, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, get it how you live. We all did silly stuff as kids. Do we got some white people shit in here?
Yep.
Let's show it.
Think we're gonna have only black people?
You should. Oh, Lord Jesus. Ooh, I'm scared of heights. Oh, this is so. I know you're about to be so hot. you're gonna say this is not white people shit. Number one, you're gonna say that because of obvious reasons. But then number two, you're gonna be pissed that they put the dog in this super compromising, dangerous position. The dog is chilling. Shout out to the dog for being so chill, and you know, dogs love the wind hitting their face. But any mistake happens, that dog's dead. It's a wrap. So JB, I'm gonna let you handle this because this ain't. I'm black. My name Bennett, and I ain't in it. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Handle this, homie. Handle this. I know. Take your time.
First of all, that's Steve Kim and them. That's not me. Number two, that's Otani. That's his fucking bodyguard and his better. And then they got a dog, which, if you want to really break down brass tacks, could be their meal later on. I am trying to figure out why the fuck they put this dog in this fucking position where his tongue is hanging out his motherfucking mouth and he has no fucking idea what's going on. Why would you put that fucking Irish setter or whatever that is into this fucking position? You fucking Otani. Man. This is hard for me, man. As a Dodger fan, man, I almost hope this motherfucker gets hit or something with a pitch or something. I don't like it. I don't like this shit at all.
Homie, you said, hold on. You said that might be their dinner later on in the night?
What?
Huh? You
What'd
said what you say? You said the dog might be their dinner later on in the night? Is that what you said earlier?
I don't
know.
know.
Their dinner.
I don't know.
Steve Kim and them. Who's them?
They eat dogs, homie.
Who's they?
No.
Do we have any other white people shit, black people shit, or no? All right. Well, I'm gonna probably.
You know it's a trip. You know it's a trip. Can we
Lord.
please stop with the fucking Otani don't know English shit yet? Because I've literally heard the motherfucker. This is exactly him. I'm a paraphrase. Taking North Carolina -4 over Duke. What?
Hold on.
Hold on, homie. Taking Duke +6 to win title.
Hold on. Just for clarity, are you saying this is Otani speaking in both languages back to back?
Yeah, then they say the motherfucker don't know English. Bullshit.
He's not fluent in it, homie. You so racist.
Got Houston -6, go Elite 8. Wait up, homie. You just said you don't know fucking English. And then motherfucker, and then the motherfucker says, I got Florida, best backcourt nation. I'm like, what? What, homie? I got Gonzaga disappointment. I fucking what? What the fuck did this motherfucker just say? Fuck me. UConn not win 3 row. I'm like, what? What, homie? Fuck you talking about?
He said North Carolina best backcourt nation. You got a serious problem, homie. Something's actually wrong with you. This motherfucker said he said UConn not 3 in a row, not 3 row. He ain't even finished the fucking thought, homie. That's racist as hell. Something actually wrong with you. And you're proving the point of the chat. He can't speak it fluently, that he's learning work. It's like me with Spanish. I'm like, hola, como
I said, what I say about UConn?
You said UConn not 3 row. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like,
What that mean? What that mean?
They ain't win 3 in a row, homie, I guess. They ain't win 3 nights in a row. He said, but the one that got me though, he said, North Carolina, best backcourt basketball. like he really know the game. Like he really know he be watching for real.
No,
best
nation.
backcourt
Nation.
basketball.
No, nation.
Best backcourt nation.
Don't say in nation.
I can't say it, bro. I can't say shit. You're sick, bro.
That motherfucker didn't say in the nation. Said best backcourt nation, homie. That's how they talk, homie. I'm saying, but then the motherfucker say he don't know shit about what his better did and who he bet on. Bullshit. I'm calling big bullshit, homie.
I hear you, man. I think maybe he's not fluent yet. He's learning. He's in the process. Knows a couple words, but that's just me, man. But we shall see. We shall see. But in other news, man, we're going to go to commercial break before we get kicked off YouTube. And then when we come right back, we got some great topics. We got more. We got to make Shaun King.
Shaun King, and then who we got? Shaun King, and then who we got?
I have no idea what guests we got in the last hour. Like, this shit has changed 5 times. It can be anybody. Just be here. We're all going to be surprised. Like, you're going to be surprised. I'm going to be surprised.
Nah, for everybody out there that knows, though, a real NCAA bracketologist, Fox Sports bracketeer, Big Ten Network studio analyst, and a sporting news college hoops columnist. Our main man, Michael DeCourcy, joins us. So if you guys know who that is.
Yeah, Mike DeCourcy. Yeah. Okay.
Mike DeCourcy will join us. We'll talk about some college hoops. We've had three guys.
Hold on, is that for real? Oh, Mike DeCourcy. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hey, stay tuned, man. We locked and loaded. Shaun King, Mike DeCourcy. Hey, it's getting crazy. 3 minutes. Savannah's Bananas baseball team that does like the dancing, the Savannah Bananas baseball team that does all the dancing. Coach JB, just react to this, man, and kind of give you a take on why so many people watch this. They're one of the more popular, sports teams. I don't know, like the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball is how I would compare it. And very popular. People love them. They literally sell out crowds, make a lot of money. A lot of these guys actually played, I think, baseball at some point for real, like maybe in college or whatever. Now they kind of do this thing for fun. But what's your take? Why do you think so many people actually like them? Hey, baby. Good morning.
Go back to his name. Rewind. Go back. Rewind it. Right there. Pause it. Go back to his name, Bailey. Let me see his last name. Let me see it right there. That's why. Because he sucks cocks. Because he's a gay. This is gay. Suck cocks. That's why. He has the perfect last name. The fuck are we doing here, homie?
You a homophobe, homie.
The fuck are we doing? God damn. Oh, hell no. You fucking shitting me. You would not go see this fucking in real life. Stop the cat. Tell me right now, truth or lie. Would you go see this?
I don't watch baseball like that.
You wouldn't go see this. Keep it. Smitty's so good at this media shit. Like, you all talk that shit and he always wants to fluff me. Fluff me. He's good at this, homie. He knows how to be so mainstream corporate. I can't wait to get him out of there. I gotta be honest. I can't wait to get him out and
I still ain't gonna be you. That's what makes our show great, though, in my opinion. If we were the exact same,
you'll be a little different. Like, you might have just been like, nah, JV, that's a little too gay for me. Like, you might have said that. You might say that one day.
You're crazy, man.
Like how Smitty said, like, yeah, I don't like baseball like that. Like he skipped over the mirrors and the cocks and all that shit. He skipped over all that shit.
I'm a bad boy, homie. I'm a bad boy, homie.
You know how to do it. Like you know how to play the game.
The chat, like they so micro like thinkers. They're so simple minded that they don't even catch all the little shit I be doing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. I'm so good and advanced in this space because I have the it factor again. Because I don't have to watch Laker games. I know everything about the game last night.
Shaun King's in the building. What's going on,
What
Mr.
up?
King?
What up? What up? What up? What up?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I got a good laugh yesterday. The meme, I'm assuming that Paris or Bailey made it, where it had to post that JB files for $30 million lawsuit with Netflix. We rich, Smitty. And Smitty was brushing his hair. That shit was funny as hell.
I ain't see that. We can't even talk about that on here, but I ain't even see that. But send that to me, Shaun. I'm gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna laugh at that. That sounds funny.
Dude.
I see you got the Tulane green on with the top, but see, Shaun, like you, Shaun. You got the top button all the way at the top of the top. That's how I do my polo suit. A lot of people can't pull that off though.
I know one thing, JB smoked a lot of cigars, man.
Yeah, and he tried to call you out, didn't he?
Right.
He tried to call you out. He smoked more than you, homie.
No, I smoke my cigars. See, Shaun King smoked all my cigars. I smoke my cigars too, Smitty. So I didn't smoke all Shaun's cigars. See the difference?
Hey,
but
Smitty.
you would though. You would.
Hey, Smitty. I brought 10, but I ran through them 10 like in the first day.
Right.
So then I was out.
I mean, to your defense, Shaun, you came there. You know, it was college football Saturday. You there all day. You eat, you drink. It's like it's the environment to want to smoke a cigar.
It wasn't tequila.
Oh, so tequila makes you smoke more.
Well, yeah, it sustained the party.
Okay, all right. You learn something every single day, man. But let's dive into these topics, man. The first thing I want to dive into though is something we discussed earlier because I know this is your guy. The Vikings sounds like they're going to move forward with JJ McCarthy instead of bringing in Aaron Rodgers. This came out, I think, early this morning, if I'm not mistaken, maybe late last night. The team still plans on adding a veteran, like to kind of support, help teach and things like that. But they're not pursuing Aaron Rodgers any longer. Do you like this move? Do you think it's the right move? Is a better question.
Yeah, I do because of the use of their core. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, still relatively young players. I just think teams need to be honest with their fan base. And because of C.J. Stroud, because of Jaden Daniels, every fan base thinks that this high first-round pick is going to duplicate that success, Bo Nix and what he did in year one in Denver. But they need to be honest. Listen, we're going to allow J.J. McCarthy to grow and develop.
Right.
Like when you have a elite talent, you can't develop it if you're putting it out there saying, if you don't mess up, we win.
Right.
Like I always tell people, Peyton Manning threw 26 picks as a rookie?
Yeah, something like that.
What if the Colts would have been a really good team and they decided to bring in a veteran in year 2 because Peyton turned the ball over too much? Sort of like Tampa did to Jameis. Like you got to let these young players have the leash it takes to figure out, okay, how their skill set fits at the NFL level, especially at the quarterback position. You can't play scared and win championships.
It don't make sense. It don't match. Okay. Nah, that's the bar. Listen, you know more about JJ than me and a lot of it because you've been pretty high on him since before the draft, if I'm not mistaken. I know, like, you know, we'd have some debates on here between you and JB, and I've kind of leaned on JB's side when it came to JJ, only because from the college, you know, just film, their system wasn't a system in which JJ would be throwing the ball all across the field. It was more heavily, run game. So I just took that as if, well, there's a reason Harbaugh is doing this, you know.
Let me give you a comp for JJ.
Yes, sir.
JJ McCarthy is Brock Purdy with above average arm talent. See, okay. Brock Purdy's deficiency is he can't push the ball down the field. He doesn't have high velocity on his throws, but he anticipates well. He's got a high football IQ. He's a much better athlete than people think. JJ McCarthy's Brock Purdy, they're same build, same size. He's Brock Purdy with arm talent.
Better athlete or pretty comparable?
Not the same athlete. They're both top half of the league athletes.
Got you. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. I guess my pushback earlier, I don't know if you got a chance to watch some of the show. My only thing is, again, it's not even it has nothing to do with pushing or going back against JJ McCarthy. He might be a phenomenal quarterback. My thing is, I really believe the Vikings are ready to win right now, today. And I just think it's not even fair to put that type of pressure on basically a rookie quarterback. Let's call it what it is. I mean, you can speak to this because you went to a championship game as a rookie, and I'm sure. I don't know. I'm speaking for you, but I feel like there had to be some sort of pressure. I guess leading a team into a championship game. But again, I don't know what the narrative was preseason. I don't know if it I'll ask you, like, going into that year, were there talks of the Bucs winning it all? Were there talks?
Yeah, we were picked. We were like San Francisco is now.
Got you. Okay.
We were picked to win the Super Bowl like my rookie year through the year we actually won, which was my fourth year.
So how did that feel? I mean, I know you were baller, you've been baller, but was this added pressure though, being in that position?
So it stunted my growth, but it wasn't the expectations. It was the style of play. You got to think at Tulane, we ran a lot of the stuff similar to what you see now in college football. You're talking about a guy that threw 36 touchdowns to 6 picks, ran for almost 700 yards and 11 touchdowns. Yeah. 4 wide, throw the ball all around the field. You know what I mean? Then you get to Tampa, and we got a fullback and a damn tight end. And we running the ball on first and second down all game. We under center all game. You know, we in 3rd and 4 the whole game trying to throw slants in the tight coverage and on 3-step drop. Like, the style of play was what stunted me more than anything. It wasn't. I could handle the expectations. I was a modern day quarterback playing in the old school NFL.
Got you. Now that definitely makes sense there, man. So we'll see. I hope that they balls out, JB, and I hope he's everything that Shaun says he is. I just think when you have a team like this who's loaded, who just added even more pieces to this team, you know, especially on that D-line front, Javon Hargrave and Jonathan Allen, and you re-sign Aaron Jones. It's just like, man, this team can win right now. And I just thought that Aaron for at least one year, I think would be just a better fit for 1 year. But I understand the move, so we'll see.
And did you see what Aaron did in one healthy year in New York?
I hear you.
He turned Garrett Wilson into an average player. He turned Breece Hall into an average player. He got Robert Saleh fired. He got the interim fired.
But I don't put all that on. The Jets is a horrible organization. Like, everybody that goes there, they don't perform like they been. When Brett Favre was there, he didn't do well. Before Aaron Rodgers was there, he didn't do it. Like, it's like, I don't believe in no curses and nothing like that. But there's something wrong with the Jets as an organization. So yeah, some of the blame I put on Aaron for sure. Just the whole preseason, offseason situation, the ayahuasca, the dark retreats. He was not the best leader. I give him I can give all that on him.
Let me ask JB this. You're an NFL head coach or an NFL GM or an NFL owner. Is Aaron Rodgers current talent, because his resume and his career talent are Hall of Fame, in 2025, is his current talent level high enough to put up with everything else. He's probably not going to be there for most of your offseason program. He's going to want to do Pat McAfee every week during the season. Like all of the other stuff that is his current 2025 talent level enough to put up with the rest of that and bring that energy into your building.
No, Shaun Salisbury and I say the same thing. Probably not, but over JJ at this stage, yes. Over Sam Darnold, no. I'll take Sam Darnold. Let me. I agree with you. Like, does the reward outweigh the risk? Is the question. I don't know. I don't know if it does. But the Steelers have their leader is basically saying shit or get off the pot.
Craig Hayward.
When you
Cam Hayward, yep.
That's a double-edged sword because the Steelers have nobody right now. And if you don't have Aaron Rodgers, even for the 1-year bridge on a team that's pretty good, they're a playoff team we would think. Who do you got? Russell again? We've already seen that story. So I think you've even agreed Aaron over Russell right now, even though he's 4 years older. I don't know. I don't know who the Pittsburgh Steelers go to now. And was that the smart move by Cam Hayward? I get the move. I like the move. He's standing on his business and all that. But like also, he's not your teammate. And I think the guys deserve. I do agree he's deserved the right to do some things he's done, but at some point enough's enough. Like he needs to shit or get out the pot. Aaron Rodgers needs to stop acting as if he's 28 years old and a 4-time MVP. He used to be the 4-time MVP.
Can I push back a little bit?
To your point, yep.
Because this is where I disagree on the narrative that's around Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't earned the right to go to a new organization and not fully participate because of the way he plays the game. Aaron Rodgers plays the game at the line of scrimmage. Like his offensive coordinator is irrelevant 70% of the time. But here's the problem with that. When you've been in Green Bay your entire career in basically the same systems, because you're the guy, all your guys know your mannerisms, they know your body language, they know your signals. The offensive line is in tune with your verbiage. But when you go somewhere else, it's imperative now that you participate in every possible opportunity we have. Otherwise, look at the Jets. How much miscommunication did they have last year? With him sending signals, they don't get it. Garrett Wilson putting his hands up. He don't know what he's asking them to do. Him arguing with Mike Williams about he's supposed to be on this line as opposed to that line. Like that stuff takes repetition for guys that haven't been around you.
Here's the thing. I'm not as hard on Russell Wilson as a lot of you guys are. I like him still. I think he's better than a rookie. I take him over a rookie. I'm taking him over.
That's like driving a Honda Civic, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing about it. Like the guy still has Super Bowl pedigree. He's got big arm. He's got big arm talent. He's still pretty accurate.
0 to 60.
Yeah, I mean he's still better than a lot of options. I'm gonna be honest. Like right now,
Jameis Winston, man, he still hasn't signed with the Giants. Tomlin, stop playing.
Yeah, you're making my point though. How bad quarterback play is.
No.
Really,
I thought Jameis was the number 2 guy. After I found out Geno was available, Jameis was the number 2 guy out there. Let me say this.
Thank you for proving how bad quarterback play is.
As great of an organization as Pittsburgh is, as elite of a head coach as Mike Tomlin is, they are bottom 5 in the league when it comes to evaluating and managing the quarterback position. I have no doubt that within that building, they're telling themselves that Mason Rudolph's second tenure in Pittsburgh will be good enough for them to win a championship. I have no idea. I have no doubt.
Prediction. I've already made the prediction that quarterback play is all-time low, and it's come true. It's fact. Factor cap. It's fact. And then factor cap. Smitty, Shaun. This is fact again. I'm going to drop one to you right here on the show live on March 19th, 2025. The Minnesota Vikings are cooked. They're done. So hold on to those reels from last year on the 14 wins. You'll never see those again. So that's what it is. You done fucked up. You're going with a rookie that you don't even know what he can do.
Let me ask you a question, man. Let me ask you a question.
JJ McCarthy's going to struggle big time.
Before you put the coffin in the actual hole you just dug. Yeah. I was on Bailey's show yesterday. Shout out to the Bailey Price show. Little dude doing big things. JJ McCarthy.
Bailey bigger than you.
Had done
right, taller, stronger.
Hey, J.J. McCarthy had done enough in training camp last year and in the preseason games. With a word out of Minnesota, he was going to be the opening day starter.
That
and
word
then he got hurt. So obviously he was outperforming your favorite quarterback, Sam Darnold, before the injury. So the fact that you can come on here and just unequivocally, with that same stoic look in your eyes, say that the Vikings season is over is ludicrous.
Yeah, they're done.
My thing is this, though. A good point, Shaun. I'm not there in training camp. So, yeah, I guess one would assume that JJ was just outperforming Sam. That's why they had him there in the first place. But I can also say that, well, they looked at Sam Darnold's resume leading to that point, and he was always brought in and thought of as a guy who was going to be a backup anyway. So they'd already made the decision pre-injury that JJ was going to be the guy, despite or regardless of what was going on in training camp. I think that's a fair point too. But then once we saw what Darnold did on the field, it was like, damn, okay, like this is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? So listen, my thing is, I'm not saying JJ's not going to be good. I hope he is going to be good. I'm just saying your team's ready to win today. And my question for you guys is, do the Vikings just next season, for next season, do they have a higher probability of making it to the Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers there at quarterback or J.J. McCarthy? Answer that question for me. Honest answer.
Shaun?
Thank you.
I'm going to say J.J. McCarthy because it's
silent spoke.
Yeah, it's too late. You already answered.
Silent spoke.
Too late.
Do y'all play poker?
Yeah, I do. I'm playing right now.
Right. Just because I think about what I'm about to do don't mean I end up making the wrong decision, man. Come on,
face though, Shaun. I know you, brother. I've been doing shows for a long time. You made this face like, damn, he kind of got me on that.
No, not at all. That's called a poker face, right? I give you what you think is a tail, and then I show you that same thing and have something different in my hand. Listen, I was thinking about it, the pros and cons. I was going through good, bad, and the ugly in my mind. And I just think in that division, JJ's athleticism probably supersedes Rodgers' experience.
I don't know. I got an email just now. It said, your credit score has dropped by 13 points. I got a question for you, Shaun. How can the government, who's sucking $30 trillion in debt, tell me what the fuck my credit score should be and shouldn't be? That's a fucking problem I have right now. Donald Trump, if you do anything on your 4 years, please abolish credit scores for us.
I just think we should be able to tell the bank a range.
You know what credit score should be based on? A real shit. That's why I'm probably gonna be the governor of California. Here's why. Credit scores should be abolished, and they should be based on one thing, Smitty: debt to income. That's it. If you pay your bills on time, it doesn't matter how many bills you have. It should be fucking what it is. Fuck this 580 credit score, and you can't buy a car. You can't buy a house. You should have no credit score, and if your debt to income is okay and you pay your fucking bills, you should be able to do whatever you fucking want to do. Like, it doesn't make sense.
I made it was a mistake I made like a year or so ago. I made like 2 late credit card payments. Late, because I thought it was automatic. I thought I had it set up to where it was automatic in my account.
That'll fuck you. I'm just telling you, credit card will
and then messed my credit score up. Literally. Because I had a really good credit score, and that literally dropped it. Now, it's been working its way back up, but my credit score right now is like average. Like, it used to be really good. Now it's
a scam, homie. It's a scam. 49 years on this earth, I've figured it out. You can buy, you could buy a car.
Yep.
With shitty credit. You can go to any mom and pop. 400 credit score will buy you some shitty ass car if you got enough down.
Yep.
3,000 down. Come on in. You'll get a car. You can even buy a house with shitty credit score, first time home buyer. You can buy a fucking house. You know why? They want you to do that shit. They let you do that shit because they know you can't pay the fucking mortgage at the end of the day or the credit note, and then they'll take your shit. And now you're fucked. Guess what you can't buy? Furniture. Motherfucker, I got 2 houses, 6 cars, and I can't buy a fucking couch on my credit. Now, you make it make sense, dog. But anyway.
Homie, you talk about debt to income ratio. You got a damn yacht. You got a pool getting made. You got 2 houses, 6 cars. Your debt income ratio. I don't know how much money you're making, but if you got more income than your debt right now, you balling. But we'll talk about that a little bit later, so you can pay me more after the show. But let's move to the rundown here.
I don't have any income.
You got all that money you sell in the car.
Shit to my mama name. Shit to my mama name.
Sell in them car and give me the money for it. Jamar Chase, Shaun, was not happy when a reporter called T. Higgins a wide receiver number 2 at their press conference. We got a deal for it, man. Check this out.
Why Paris say okay like that?
You feel me?
He would have probably been wide receiver 1. When you see it put out there that you're the highest paid wide receiver 2, how does that make you feel?
1A.
You're saying what's put out there.
I'm fixing it, 1A.
Yes, sir.
You know, bro, I don't even look at it like that. You know what I mean? I kind of wish they wouldn't have put it out there like that. So, because now that's why everybody's saying I'm the highest paid 2. You know, let's just say I'm at a place where, you know, they value me and, you know, they respect me, and I'm a good player. So let's just say.
Shaun,
I thought that was extremely mature, the way they handled that, and you can see the growth in both of those young men. And as I argued with JB during this process, T. Higgins is a #1 wide receiver. There are only 32 of these companies in the world, and he's the best wide receiver on at least 16 of the 32 teams. So that means he's a #1 wide receiver. There aren't 32 wide receivers better than T. Higgins in the world. But there's 32 companies. So the Bengals just happen to have 2 of the top 32 wide receivers in the world.
There it is. I couldn't have said it any better. I've been high on T. Higgins. I've been saying he deserves to get paid. His numbers shows it. His film shows it. Everything shows it. And I agree. I think he put him on another team. He's a bona fide one. It just so happens that he's with Jamar Chase, who's just phenomenal as well. So I agree with it, and I like the way they handled it. I like the way Jamar handled it. First of all, from just bigging up his teammate, his brother, and saying, "Nah, he's a 1A. He's a 1 just like me." And then T. Higgins, instead of reacting and getting mad, he said, "Listen, I wish they didn't even put it out there like that. But listen, I'm glad I'm with a team, organization that respects me. I'm a good player, and they paid me for it. And I saw a video he posted as well, talking to his mom and saying, "Hey, I did this for us and our family. You ain't got to worry no more." And to me, in the big picture thing, Shaun, like that's what you do it for. Whether it's your mom, whether it's your kid, whether it's your wife, whatever your why is. That's the big picture of why these big deals and contracts matter, and why I push so heavily for players to get that bag and get paid, because NFL, as we all know, stands for not for long. And when it's over, and those checks stop coming. And so you need to make as much money as you possibly can while you can, because being real, when you're done, it's very slim chance you'll make that same dollar amount whatever else you do,
Hey, Bailey, what was the money at signing for Higgins and Chase? What was the signing bonus, the guaranteed at signing? What was the 2 numbers?
It was $170 million. Shit.
No, but I'm talking about what they get in the next 30
guarantee,
days.
Right? Like, I know
what was the money, Bailey?
One's like 111, and the other one's fucking.
He's looking it up right now. We'll get the answer, but while he's looking, JB, give us your take on that video. I know you probably have a different angle.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
Let's dive on to hey Shaun, real talk.
Hey, can I get the number before we move to another topic, so they odd and straight?
I was hoping JB would talk for a minute, give his take, and then give Bailey time to search.
Hey, that cigar laced with fentanyl.
I be trying my best to make this show professional.
While we get the number,
every time I try to do it, something keeps pulling me back.
Hey, Shaun, while we get the number, I want to ask you something. Is that the best trio in NFL?
Ooh.
Who's the third one? Oh, you mean Burrow?
Yeah.
Including the quarterback?
And you can do it before you answer, Shaun. It doesn't have to be 2 wide. It could be a running back, wide out QB.
I know
How
what
you
you're
gonna do it?
Silent smoke.
So I said yes, but I said the Eagles are extremely close. And we took out Devontae for Saquon. And did AJ, Saquon, Jalen. Because that's like neck and neck for me. But I put the Bengals #1.
I mean, Lamar, Derrick Henry. I was trying to
Mark
figure out
Andrews, Flowers, maybe. Yeah.
What you got, Bailey?
Okay, so Jamar gets 4 years, $161 million, 112 guaranteed. T. Higgins gets 4 years, $115 million, first 2 years guaranteed. Which, it doesn't give a number there, but
about 60 mil.
Yeah, it's math.
So I was asking because here's what that does, and this is why the franchise tag needed to go back to the CBA. If he would have been on the franchise tag, he wouldn't have gotten that 20-some million that he was getting. It would have been paid over the 17-week season. But he gets this, let's just say it's 60 right now, JB. Jamar gets this 120. They don't got to touch that money. You put that money up over here in mutual fund and a bunch of bonds, whatever you decide you want to do, and that's your future. And now that nest egg just sitting over there. So now, if you want to go buy mom this or buy mom that, you could do it because you got this big nest egg that guarantees that you're good forever. That's why when an athlete hits free agency, it's so important to get there if they have leverage because you get that big mollywop, you know what I'm saying, that you could then put aside and be Gucci forever.
I always wondered, and thanks for breaking that down. I love having that inside knowledge because I was talking to like Keyshawn a little bit and Paul the other day. I was like when you get that first like this big check, that first signing on that first big contract, like being somebody like the way I grew up, not coming from money, not really just being ignorant to how money works, stuff like that, and having to teach myself the basics as I got older. I always said like if I got a big ass check right now for like $10 million, just right now, boom, like. What would I actually do with? Like, what's the actual smart game plan of how to divvy that up? What goes here? What goes there? What goes? And I just think the way that you just broke it down from an NFL standpoint makes perfect sense. You know what I'm saying? Just the way that it's lined up. Signing bonus goes here for your future. Don't touch that. Put in a Roth IRA, mutual fund, whatever. Let that grow. Boom, and just live off of the weekly checks. Basically, I think is what you're saying throughout the season, and you're good to go. Like that's just I think a lot of people it's common knowledge to you and to some, but I don't think the everyday person who's not making those checks and some people live in check to check, may not know that. So,
yeah. Hey, Shaun, the big McMillan kid out of Arizona that you like, but you have other guys you think that are going to be better impacts as rookies at the wideout spot, since the wideout draft is really, really bad. One of the worst ones along with QBs in a while. The McMillan kid ran a 4.4 yesterday, though, 6'4", 220. You impressed?
Nope.
You still think he's a bust?
He don't play at a 4.4.
So you don't play that fast.
Right. Let me ask you a question. And I think Shiloh Sanders has an opportunity to be a contributor in the National Football League because I think he can be great on special teams, and I think he'd be good in situational spots. If Shiloh goes and runs 4.5 at Pro Day, are you going to believe it? No.
Am I going to believe it?
But yeah, I'm going to believe it, but he's not a 4.5 guy. You can watch.
No, I hear you saying. Yeah,
right. Yeah. If you watch T. McMillan play in Arizona, he's got a wide catch radius. He's a big body. To me, he's a below average route runner, and there's not any point in any game where he runs 4.4.
No, I hear you. Man, we got a guy that's going to come on here.
By the way, I just want to put this out there. Matthew Golden is, in my opinion, unquestionably the number one wide receiver in this draft.
Interesting. We got a guy that's joining us, man. We can't thank enough. Shaun, you know a lot of hoops. You played hoop. You think you could play hoop. That's why you played in the NFL, not NBA. But anyway, that's a whole other discussion. But sporting news, college hoops columnist, Big Ten Network studio analyst, and NCAA bracketologist, Fox Sports' very own, NFL and soccer, all things sporting news. Our main man, Michael DeCourcy, joins us to break down March Madness. Michael, how you doing, brother?
How you doing, Mike?
Guys, how are you? Great to see you.
Hey, I appreciate you joining the show, man. We got another Fox guy up here in Smitty who works in the studio, obviously, with a co-host of ours. And then Shaun King, former Super Bowl champ, is here to shoot some questions at you. I appreciate you joining the show. What do you think so far? This play-in, the 4-in last night, North Carolina just absolutely waxing San Diego State, just a couple years removed from a final championship run against UConn and losing in that one. Now they just seemed like they couldn't score the basket. They couldn't play defense. North Carolina just ran all over them, beating them by almost 30. North Carolina deserving is my question, I guess, to you.
No, they were not deserving. And
I agree.
Don't take last night's result. That was somewhat predictable. I did predict that. I even have them winning their second game.
The team that gets the most controversy on inclusion often goes out and wins a game or two, and maybe even goes farther than that. But you have to separate this opportunity that they didn't necessarily earn from what is supposed to be their criteria in order to get in. And the criteria, I've done the brackets for Fox for 5 tournaments. I've done it for 6 years, but we didn't have a tournament in 2020. So I've done this for 5 years. And in that period of time, there's never been anybody who did as little as North Carolina did in terms of accomplishment and still got in. They beat one team that was rated in the top 40 of any notable predictive metric. T-rank, Ken Palm, BPI, or the net itself, which the NCAA uses. Not only one team in the top 40 of those 4 metrics did they defeat.
Who was it? UCLA?
It was UCLA, yes. And let's remember, there are people now who are saying, well, gee, if we'd only made 1 more free throw, 2 more free throws against Duke, we might have won. And I'm like, yeah, but if Dylan Andrews doesn't fumble a basic inbound pass in the corner, you don't win that one either. So you can't do the if game. You have to look at what did they accomplish during the regular season. And they played a very, very difficult schedule. And they won almost none of the games in non-conference. In terms of the difficult teams they played.
Mike, it used not to cut you out. It used to be strength of schedule was cool, but you had to win some of those damn games, right?
Well, exactly, and that's the whole point. I mean, I made a rhetorical point by going and looking at the standings for toughest schedule, and Mississippi Valley State played a schedule that was even tougher than Carolina's. They were the 3rd toughest. North Carolina was the 4th toughest. And okay, so Mississippi Valley State went 3-24. But if winning the games doesn't matter, then why not? So
let me ask you this, because I think what gets muddled in this who gets into the tournament picture is the actual conference tournaments. So why not do away with the conference tournaments? If the metric is the regular season results, then why not just crown whoever wins the regular season as the champion and do away with the tournament? Because North Carolina, in their opinion, if you're backing North Carolina, thinks that they played them way into the tournament by making the ACC title game.
But they didn't make the ACC title game, Shaun. They lost in the semifinals to Duke. Duke then went on.
My bad. Yeah, the Louisville. My bad. Yeah,
right. So they feel like they played their way into the tournament, honestly.
Right.
But first of all, by playing difficult opponents. I'm not disputing that. It was a very hard schedule. But scheduling is an art. And if you fail the art, then you fail the science. And they did not beat anybody that was significant other than UCLA. They think that they won their way in by winning 6 consecutive ACC games in February and early March. And let me tell you, those 6 teams that they beat in that period ranked on average 144th in the NCAA's net ranking, 144th. There is not a single team in the Big 12, Big 10, or SEC that's lower than 117th. So they were beating the rough equivalent of the middle of the Missouri Valley Conference, and that's what got them in.
Is the analytics trumping common sense at this point? I mean, is that what it is? Because I'm confused because West Virginia beat actual legitimate teams, and they got kind of screwed out of at least that spot that North Carolina got in as a play-in in the 4 deal. Is that kind of taking over?
JV, that's a great question, and here's what I'll say. On Saturday morning, when I went, the last week of the regular season, I do brackets every day for Fox. It's usually twice a week during the season, but then the last week I do them every day. So Saturday morning, I get up and I'm working on the bubble, and I get to Carolina and I look at their resume metrics, and they're okay. They're not as good as some of the other teams on the bubble. And then I look at their predictive metrics, the power metrics, and they're really good. And I circled it and I said, that's how they're going to excuse putting them in the field. And so I put them in my field on Saturday, and then I thought about it through the day. I was at the Big Ten tournament working for BTN, and I got to the end of the day, and I said, no, they can't disgrace this thing that badly. They can't be that shameful that they would put a team in with that little accomplishment. So I changed it. I took them out. And That's what it is. It essentially comes down to that's the excuse they're using. But a year ago, Pitt had even better predictive metrics than Carolina does now, and also some accomplishment. But they didn't get in because the rest of their accomplishment wasn't up to what others had done that year, and they were rightfully excused from playing in the tournament. Carolina got in because they're Carolina, and some of that might have. It's hard to say. The way I look at it, relative to the fact that the selection committee chair was North Carolina's AD, is really.
I'm gonna ask you that.
Yeah, it's really less nefarious than might seem. I think it comes down to the four of us. Let's say we're really close. We like each other. We spent a bunch of time together. And you send me out of the room while you discuss whether you're ever going to bring me back on the show. And then I come back in and you don't want to say, oh, man, Mike, you were terrible. We don't ever want to see you again. Now you say, oh, Mike, yeah, we'll have you back. And then you let me on the show again. That's what happened with Carolina to me, that they just didn't want to say to Bubba Cunningham, your team didn't get it done. It wasn't good enough. Sorry.
Even though he recused himself, quote unquote.
Yeah, that's standard operating procedure.
Yeah.
Well, Mike and JB, listen, North Carolina is already in the tournament. We got about over 100,000 people in the chat right now. I'm a Duke fan, so I'm definitely not a North Carolina stands. People are trying to fill these brackets out, Mike, and it looks like pig Latin. Who the hell is on Mississippi State as opposed to Texas A&M? Is Texas Tech healthy? In your opinion, give us some off the beaten path ways that we can get our bracket right in round one, because I'm lost.
Well, Shaun, the first thing you want to do is you want to get the champion right. That's the number one thing. And there are some historic, very proven methods to do that. The first one is NBA talent. Every team that has won the national championship since 1988, my first Final Four that I covered, every team since 88. I'm sure some of our listeners weren't even born then. 88, every team has had a first-round NBA draft pick on it. Everyone. And there are not a lot of teams at the top of this field that fit that description. Does. Michigan State does. Probably Florida. Maryland does. There are just not a lot. Most of the players who are going to fit that description are teams like Oklahoma, it's a 9 seed, or Illinois, which is a 7 seed, or BYU, which is a 6 seed. So it really limits the pool of champions if that's going to be a qualifier. Either we have a new sense of history this year, or you say, I'm just going Duke because they've got 4 of those guys. I'm all in. And the other element that I will tell you is you look at kenpom.com, KENPOM.com. It's a subscription site. I think it costs $25. If you're really into hoops, it's worth every penny. If you're not, you can go to the landing page, and on the landing page, there are 2 columns that you want to focus on: offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. And over the course, his database goes back to 97, and every team that's won the national championship since then, but one, over the course of a full season, has been top 20 offense and top 20 defense. So now some of the teams, like very few, but Duke in 15 came from outside that group. I think they were around 35-ish in defense, got better as they went along. They made a lineup change. They got better on D, and then through the course of the tournament got themselves up into that category. But most of them, they were already there because they're clearly excellent at both. And I will tell you, if you're leaning toward one or the other, and Shaun, you'll appreciate this because you're a quarterback, offense is more important. Defense is important, but offense is more important in NCAA basketball.
That's some great information and insight right there that I saw Shaun put out the notebooks. Make sure you take a picture, send them notes to me right after the show. Let me ask you this, Mike, as we look at this bracket.
Mike ain't give us no damn picks.
I know.
Mike talking Ken Palm, and he's giving us the data behind the pick. Mike, we want the picks.
Okay.
What 15 is beating the 2? Like, who do we need to take in these 8, 9?
What does your mind say, Mike?
Man, Mike, we trying to win some money, man.
Well, I will tell you, I mean, we don't have time, I think, to go through all 65 games that are left.
Yeah.
But I
like
Drake.
the whole thing right now.
I like Drake to pull an upset over Missouri. I like BYU to do very well. I have them in the Elite Eight. I like their draw where they set up. I have my Final Four a little bit chalky, but I do have Michigan State, Florida, Duke, and Tennessee. I picked those 4 teams. I think I've seen a lot of other analysts who had very similar Final Fours, if not identical. So that seems to be a pretty popular direction to go. The 8-9 games, the one that stands out to me is Creighton, Louisville. And if they were playing in an empty gym, I would go all Creighton. And so this is why I'm not sure that I would suggest wagering on it. I think Creighton's a better team. But this game is going to be played 70 miles from Louisville's campus. I suspect in an arena that fits 23,000 people. I suspect there'll be about 20,000 Louisville fans there. It's going to be very hard, almost a road game for the Creighton Blue Jays. I still picked Creighton, but that's to me the most fascinating of all the 8-9 games.
Yeah, hey Mike, we've had some legends on. Pat Kennedy was on the other day, former Florida State head coach. Bobby Crimmins, former Clemson, of course, and Georgia Tech. He was on the other day. They all are picking Duke. Are we crazy not to pick Duke to win this whole thing, even with a little bit of an ailing Cooper Flag, and we don't know how healthy he is. Apparently, he looks like he's going to get the nod and go, but I think he's young enough to recover. But it was a bad ankle. Are we crazy to anyone else? Like, I'm a huge Florida guy because I grew up watching UCLA when they had Tyus Edney in '95 and won it all. Jim Herrick's on the show for this Friday, so we're get to get him on. And point guard play has always prevailed. I think Florida has the best guard play, backcourt tandem in the country, the best guard in the country. I think eventually they'll outweigh the Michigan bigs or the Michigan State big or even the Duke big, in my opinion. And especially, you said Auburn, 14 of the 16 SEC teams are in this thing. Very interesting number because I think it's all watered down because of the portal, but that's a whole nother show. Are we crazy to think anyone can win but Duke?
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I mentioned the teams that I think have the talent to do it. And I picked Duke because there's no doubt that they have the talent. And because they have a great mix, but they certainly are beatable. They've been beaten. In tight games, one of the concerns that you have is that they have not been in a lot of tight games. And how do they perform in those tight games? They lost to Kentucky late. They lost to Kansas late. They lost to Clemson late. And so you worry a little bit about that. So absolutely, it's defensible to go with Florida. They've been phenomenal in the last month, and they certainly have a great depth of talent. I like the fact that they got healthy by the end of the year. I like Walter Clayton. I think he's terrific, and I think he's done a wonderful job of transitioning to the point guard position from a guy who didn't – I don't know what his high school background was, but he didn't play that position at Iona much, and he didn't play it at all at Florida last year. And he became a first-team All-American playing there this year. Very impressive from him. So I absolutely – Florida is the team I have playing Duke. So I'm a believer in the Gators as well. And I think Michigan State's terrific. Tennessee, I don't know, has enough offensive ability to get over those last 2 hurdles, but I could certainly see them making it to San Antonio. So if you were to tell me that you thought Kansas was going to win it, then I might be questioning.
Might be a little crazy.
And my last question before Smitty and Shaun rally off some. I'm betting my money on Houston because of the odds and the money, and I still think they play full court, they defend, they're going to play you in your face the whole game. I just think that's the dark horse of this thing for the money. Now I'm just talking betting wise for the money. Am I crazy?
Well, they're an excellent team. They really are. I don't know that they have quite the talent to do it. I think they would be one of the teams that would break my precedent that I talked about before, but they wouldn't break the top 20 offense-defense precedent. They are, even though there are times when you watch them and you say, are they ever going to score another basket? There are also, usually in those times, you look at the opposite end of the floor when they go down to the other end to defend, and you say, that team that's playing against them will never score another basket. They are that good defensively. So I wouldn't put a lot. I wouldn't put money that I would miss on that. If you think you're getting a good price, they're certainly a very capable team. It's just that they do not fit in a lot of ways what traditionally has won, but I really like what they've gotten out of their point guard, the transfer from Oklahoma. He's terrific. And I'll tell you what, I will say this. In watching him, I keep thinking, why aren't they thinking he's a one pick? I really like him. I think it's Milos Uzan is his name.
Yeah.
He's terrific. And so maybe they do it, and then all of a sudden the NBA guys figure out what I've been seeing, and they take him.
Mike, to that point though, who's your biggest sleeper? Let me get one in, y'all. I ain't winning the whole time.
I got a Houston-centric question before we leave Houston.
Okay.
Lord Jesus.
Well, my bad, Smitty. So
it's all good.
Their best player was injured.
Yes.
For the conference tournament. Texas Tech had 2 of their starters injured. From an injury standpoint, I know everybody's talking about Cooper Flag, but those 2 Big 12 teams, are they fully healthy now for the tournament? And then, Smitty, my bad.
Yeah, my information, I did not get as much information on Texas Tech, but my information on Houston is that it was very precautionary with Juwan Roberts. The boot was a caution that they just want to be sure because, first of all, they won the tournament without him, and they know what really matters is what lies ahead. They'd already won the regular season. They already had pretty much locked up a 1 seed. So they were very cautious in regards to that. And if they had lost to Arizona, it wouldn't really have mattered much to the accomplishment of their season. They wanted to be ready for this week and next week and preferably the week after. So no, I don't think that Houston's in any danger relative to health. Smitty, you got to give me some questions because you've been waiting so long.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, to JB's point about the dark horse, I just want to ask you this: when you look at the bracket, who's your biggest sleeper team? Like, if there was like 1 or 2 teams that could potentially shock the world, like what are those? What are some of those teams that come to your mind?
Well, the first one for me, I mean, I don't know how shocking it is, but I have BYU as which is a 6 seed in my Elite 8, and I think they'll stop there because they'll play Duke, and obviously I've made it clear that that's the team I think is going to win it.
Right.
But that's a very capable offensive team. They have a lot of weapons. Igor Demin, the freshman point guard I mentioned before, is fantastic. They've got a role player named Mawat Mag, who I'm very familiar with from my work at the Big Ten Network. He played for Rutgers in the past and is an excellent role player. I really like their team and what they've done with it. And I'll be honest with you, I was very skeptical of the hire of Kevin Young in the first place, but I was definitely wrong on that. He's done a very impressive job, and I think they could go a ways in this tournament. Illinois, I don't love the draw, but if they could put 3 games together like they're capable of, they can beat just about anybody. I don't think that I'm going to say they could beat Duke, given that they lost by 40 the first time around, but they can beat just about anybody when they play well. The problem is they take easy outs. They are a team that does not shoot 3-pointers well, and yet they take a ton of them because it's easy. It's a lot easier to take an open jump shot or a not open jump shot than it is to work for a better shot. And when they work for those better shots, they're really gifted. And Will Riley, I love as a freshman wing. Kasparas Yakachonis, a freshman point guard, is really gifted. They've got to make better decisions. If they can decide to do the right things on the floor and fight through those impulses to take the easy way out, I think they could win a couple of games here.
Mike, we're so excited to have you on with a wealth of knowledge. We're all trying to ask you questions, so we apologize for the order. I got to ask you something real quick on the sleepers, which are, it's crazy to say sleeper, but how much does experience factor into this as far as the coaches, like a Mark Pugh in Gonzaga, obviously 2-time national champ, a back-to-back, and Coach Hurley in UConn, I think they're an 8. And then you got an Alabama team that's talented, and then you got a St. John's team, which Rick Pitino's done wonders with. Where are those 4 teams in particular, and how much experience do they have, along with the Izzos you already mentioned in this tournament?
Yeah, that experience does help, but it usually helps the deeper you go. I mean, we have seen Rick Pitino get eliminated back, I think it was 2011. By Morehead State, I believe it was, in 2011 when he was at Louisville. We've seen Mike Krzyzewski eliminated in 2012 by Lehigh, in 2014 by Mercer. Mercer beat them. We've seen those kinds of things happen in the past, but usually it does help once you get past that initial game, knowing how to prepare for the second round, how to prepare for the Sweet 16 is an asset. And I will tell you, the Gonzaga team is a really intriguing one because Gonzaga, I will say, from the beginning of the year till about the third week of February, was one of the most vexing teams in the country to me. I thought their talent was better than they were performing, whether it was against the major teams they played in November, December, or even against the WCC teams that they were playing once their conference play started. I didn't think we saw the best of them. But then when they went to Vegas to play in the WCC tournament, I thought you started to see something resembling real Gonzaga basketball. And they handled a St. Mary's team that had beaten them twice very comfortably in the WCC title game. And that's a dangerous team now. They have made 9 consecutive Sweet 16s. So they know how to win these early round games. And they're in an 8-9 battle first up, and then they play a 1 seed the second time around. I believe their number 1 is Houston. Not having the bracket in front of me, I'm pretty sure from memory that's who their number 1 is. I'd be very nervous if I were Kelvin Sampson, knowing that with the Zags experience, there are several players on that team that have been part of that streak to some extent. And, of course, Mark Few's been there for all of it.
No doubt. No doubt. Smitty's Indiana. He's a state of Indiana. And the guy that got snubbed, I think, in West Virginia just took the Indiana job, and Indiana got snubbed. I'm trying to figure this out. And West Virginia beat Gonzaga, didn't they? So, like, I think they did. So I'm like,
JB's been going all in on West Virginia for like the whole last like 3-4 days, Mike. Like, he's really pissed off that they didn't get in.
Hey, Smitty, the teams they beat though, their resume is way better than North Carolina.
Yeah, but what do the fans want? The fans want to see North Carolina in the tournament. You know, the history. That's what the fans want to see.
Hey, Mike, I think it's because they hired Bill Belichick at the school.
So he's already had a positive impact, I guess.
Hey, so you got Duke, Florida in the finals.
I do, and I have Duke winning, and then my other 2 Final Four teams are Michigan State and Tennessee.
So Shaun's happy as a lark because he's a Duke guy and he thinks Duke's going to win it all. I think Duke's going to. I don't know. This ain't Krzyzewski's Duke. This is a new Duke. I'm curious to see how they get through this thing. I think it's going to be someone that none of us have, and that's just how it is. And that's what makes March Madness great, Mike. And man, we can't thank you enough. We have to do it again, hopefully, to get you on. I appreciate you jumping on last minute like this, man. It's truly a pleasure to meet you, and then hopefully we do it again.
I hope so. JB, Smitty, Shaun, it was a pleasure. You guys got a great producer, an old friend. So good luck with you.
No doubt. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Have a good one.
All right, brother.
Hey, we ready to go now, Shaun. Make some money. I know exactly what my bracket's going to look like.
I ain't sending you shit.
Why not?
No, you jumping all on me because I'm trying to get the information so we can fill the goddamn bracket out. And then JB ridiculing me.
You cut me out, I think 4 out of 6.
I didn't jump on you, Shaun. Only thing I said, God, every time I try to jump in, Shaun said, hold on. And then JB, real quick.
Hey, Smitty, I counted, Smitty.
Double Dutch.
Smitty, he cut you off 4 of 6 questions.
And then you cut me off the other 2.
And I cut you off the other 2.
I said, and JB take a shot at me. Sorry, Mike, for the way we're asking the questions. I just shut the fuck up. I'll go to @TSN Mike and get the rest of the information so we can get the bracket right.
No, JB didn't call you out specifically at the end.
No, not specifically. Just brother.
So I said subliminally.
I was actually no. And just see, Shaun, as the leader, I had to say we collectively, because you're the third wheel in this thing. By the way, you're in the middle right now. You know what that makes you? The dick. So Shaun was a dick today. Smitty and I were the 2 balls, and that's how it works. Remember back in the day when you were young, you never sat in the middle in the back seat with 3 cats. You remember that?
Shaun went from laughing to immediately, as soon as you said he was the dick, you were like this. Like confused.
Do I get like a cold word when I'm uncomfortable? I heard you and Smitty conversation.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What's your word?
Bitch.
Just like that, in that same tone. That's how you exit out.
Hey, but Bailey exits you and brings you back, though.
Yeah.
Hey, great show, though. We had some great guests on this week. Tomorrow, we'll have the legendary Tim Brando on. He was going to come on today. He'll be on tomorrow. And then we got Jim Herrick on Friday, Shaun. So don't fuck up the questions on Friday.
I ain't asking shit. I'm finna go to @TSN Mike, and we're going to get some information.
No, Friday, you can ask whatever you want to on Friday.
My bracket going to be right.
I
literally was trying to get the questions for the bracket.
Shaun, I need another a brother to fill in. So Friday, Smitty's going to be gone. I need you to be on.
Gone where?
Friday
I
and
don't
Monday.
know. I don't know. He had more vacation days, homie. I'm going to be honest. But we got Jim Herrick Friday. National championship coach. I'm asking more Rhode Island questions than I am UCLA questions because I know the whole UCLA. I used to be up there, so I know the whole thing. The Rhode Island shit's the question. Them motherfuckers were good. Catino Mobley, Lamar Odom. They had a loaded ass roster that year. They should have won it. They lost to Stanford and Mark Madsen late in the Elite Eight that year.
Very respectively. We grew up in different circles. You from Cali, I'm from Florida. He's the former head coach at Rhode Island. Yes, on Friday. That's what he is.
He won the Natty at UCLA as the head coach.
Okay, he was okay. So he's a former college basketball coach. Okay.
Then he went to Rhode Island and had Lamar Odom, Catino Mobley. What was the other one? Damn, they had 3 big time cats at Rhode Island at that time.
How you say his name, JB?
Jim Herrick. And then he went to Georgia and took Georgia deep. He was loaded at Georgia too. Shit, he was a hell of a recruiter. Now one of the best ever. But he coached Ed and Charles O'Bannon, Toby Bailey, J.R. Henderson, Jelani McCoy, good friends of mine. They had them all up there. So and then he was responsible for recruiting a lot of other guys. And then his assistant coaches are all head coaches or former head coaches that became head coaches under that tree. So he had some dudes, but Matt Barnes and all them guys came after him. Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, they all came after him with the assistant that he had made the head coach when he had left to Rhode Island. But Katina Mobley,
Barry Davis, all of them.
Yeah, so he had some dudes, but great show, guys. Appreciate you guys. It's Work Boot Wednesday. Tap the like, subscribe, become a member. Tomorrow is Talk That Truth Telling Thursday. We got Steve Kim on, plus the great Tim Brando will join us. So pound that like and don't miss it. In about an hour, Shaun Salisbury and I get down on Unpaved over on Rumble. So head on over there at 10 a.m. Pacific. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate it. Peace.